You know who didn't get ready for all this? Me.
You.
I didn't put my clothes on. I should have naked to my own party. That's messed
Oh,
up.
you didn't change your food to check.
I didn't even bring it in.
Damn,
Even
bro.
worse. Even worse.
Damn.
Also the Fugi Tech aren't coming up at all. So
Oh, Fuki Tech broken?
let me
Broke
take a
again.
look. Everything's broken today.
Just like me.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, you're not popping up. Let's see.
Broken.
This is Jobin. Jobin's not here. This is Juanito. So let me try Juanito. Hold on. Did they change all, like, of the Fugitex? You find out. Speak, Juanito.
Do I have to?
Okay, Fugitex are broken.
Alright.
Uh,
Nice. It's okay.
Audience knows our voices. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, they might get my voice and Juanito Carlos's voice confused.
I mean, they might confuse my voice for all of yours, so.
True.
Where is Young Fang? There you are. Okay, yeah, no, it's just broken. It's weird because it's working on the site, but it's not working on OBS. So it's like all the browser sources are broken. So maybe hold on. Okay, no, they're just broken. Okay.
We'll get by. We'll be okay.
We'll
Get
be
things
okay.
together.
I don't remember what we did whenever it was broken last time, but I'm not gonna worry about it, okay?
I think we just kind of suffered.
Sounds good. So with everyone a bit tired today and all of us jumping in, we had a pleasant arc last session of you guys heading down from the monastery and going back to Willowshore, saying hi to a whole bunch of the people who are excited to see you all and hear what happened at the monastery and what you guys have, well, learned. For the Willowshore curse is on everyone's minds on every day. Perhaps you were worried that you wouldn't come back. So tell me, would anyone like to take the recap this week in order to fill us all in on what you guys plan to do, what you're saying, and with the deals that you're being, well, the consensus that you're coming to with the Willowshore Council? Would anyone like to take that recap? All right. Looks like it's going to be taken by String Ross. So.
All right. Last week we debated exactly what to do with notifying the town about the status of our beings, which pretty much had two camps: either tell everyone or try to keep it as secret as much as possible, and not tell anyone. Kind of ended up in the middle where we were going to tell the council about the nature of the mindscape that we're in and possible connections on escaping it, only to the council. Which is kind of what we did once we got back into town, and let them know, and we tested them by everyone cutting their hand with a silver dagger to try to make sure that no one was compromised in the council. So the kind of the agreed to plan, for now at least, is until winter we will try not to look into the governor, keep the down low of our predicament, but to let the town know that outside trade won't be happening, that we didn't find a way out through the mist, and that it was still there. So we'll have to try to find ways to supplement our food for the winter. And then once winter is here and most of the food bearers are safely in their homes, we can possibly look into trying to find out more about the governor, what he was trying to do, the ritual he was trying to activate that went awry, and kind of more about him as a person. Someone in town might also know more about, maybe not exactly about mindscapes, but more about the governor, the people who work there, the cook staff, maids, etc. for lead. But we won't really kind of dig that up until winter. Everyone else is planning on diffusing and following other statutes. One is we must talk to the merchant that keeps coming into town and obviously has what seems to be a way to get through the mist, the mindscape, probably. Not sure if he's actually a kind of a deity's agent or if he's an enemy. We know there's a few other Noboros types that possibly could be in town. I think some of us will be on the lookout for signs of those people either turning to that or already turned and hiding amongst their populace if they show themselves. Yeah, otherwise the town still needs food, keep morale up. I think we plan on maybe doing a tea party sometime in the next few weeks, and make sure everyone's feels safe in Willowshore to the best of our ability. Anything I missed, guys? I remember us debating mostly like half the session.
Yeah, we were arguing a lot.
You argued a lot
Ross-
last session.
Ross is moving back in.
That's not big news. That's like normal things. That
Yeah,
happens all the
it's not
time.
Yeah.
It's a completely
Move in,
normal
move
thing.
out.
Natural thing.
You couldn't pay rent on your apartments. You're moving back in. I get it, man.
All right. Would you guys like a roleplay question?
Hell yeah.
Sure, I suppose why not? So, with everything that happened and you guys coming back down, what is the one creature from the path of enlightenment that haunts you even on your first trip back and when you go to dream tonight?
Easy one.
This could be any of the innocents. This could be the ghosts. This could be even the founder herself.
She's literally haunting me. She's literally.
Yin. Looks like you're gonna take this. I'm curious, with everything existential going on with you, what is the one creature that is haunting you more than the rest?
There's only one answer to this question.
Hmm.
And he looks right at Fang and says, Will-o-the-wisp.
That's right. That was gonna be my answer.
Yeah.
What was it doing there? What could it possibly mean? I assume that's what you mean, right?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not its game mechanics, right?
It
Right?
almost wiped us out. It almost caused a reset. You know what I mean?
All right. And who would you like to ask the same question of as you take a D4? I'm assuming you want to hear a point, by the way.
Yeah, I'll take your point.
No, that'd be for
Oh.
Ross, because Ross did the recap. You got a D4.
Oh, okay. Then Ross, you can answer the question.
Oh,
Ross will dream of probably that horrifying frog with the lady in it that screams. Yeah, that one.
oh yeah, and you guys got to see some new art of it that I can do. There's a few angles on that lovely creature.
Oh, there's a few angles on it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to share it. It's
No,
I mean, it's
no,
okay.
no. I want to.
If it's not it's big trouble. You know, maybe you just need to.
No, I
Yeah, my
want
dreams
to.
are already haunted.
I feel as though it's important for you guys to, face your fears.
Mm.
I mean, this one, right?
Oh wow, I haven't seen that one yet. That's a new one.
Look at that. Look at that cute
Okay.
thing.
Okay. The head's just in there, huh?
Yeah.
Got the butterflies. I swear to God, if we see another freaking red butterfly, I'm gonna freaking lose it.
Randomly on like a windowsill.
Yeah, if I see one, that's the monster. That's gonna give me nightmares because it's like a constant threat always.
The symbol of Kugabdi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
freaking red butterfly.
Okay, that's fair. Now, for that, in all of everything that we know of here, I do want to say, you guys were discussing on putting aside the mystery to prepare for winter so that Willowshore doesn't starve and die out and get battered down by the winter storm. But also, you haven't discussed what you will tell Willowshore. That is to say, I am unsure if you guys are planning to tell them that the threat of Kugabti has been sealed away, and the monastery has been put to rest. But I suppose we will find that out as we come into the session.
Yeah, but I feel bad. Like Joe,
I mean, they don't really know
Jovin's
it's
the main
Kadakti,
one
right?
that wants to tell people.
I mean, Ross was on Jobin's side too, but
Mm-hmm.
we
Well, I think
kind of
that-
worked that out.
He would have really liked for you to point that out last week.
I think he
Well,
knew
I-
I was on his side.
I mean, I'm okay with telling people. It's just I think we should wait to do it. You know.
Wait, you're okay with telling people now?
That was my stance.
Oh, we could
this
change it a
entire
lot.
time. That was my stance the entire time. Like I'm fine. We tell people later. Like it's fine. I just right now I don't think we can do that because we also don't have a lot of answers for them. You know, like if they ask us questions about what are we going to do to solve the situation, we have nothing to tell them. So
Yeah,
like,
Fang's just gonna end up drawing circles all over Willowshore.
yeah.
Graffiti? You're gonna...
It's not graffiti. It's educational.
If you do it on a private-owned building, it is.
This guy.
All right. Let's bring you guys inside, huh? Because you were still within your council meeting.
Yes.
So, as we come into it, you guys found yourselves within the Saiba Trade Exchange. In this place, this is where Granny He runs her base of operations in North Ridge, and Kim Guwon is the true owner of this exchange, but we all know who's doing the back road runnings of it. Without trade, however, this place has become a veritable stockade for food storage and security. Any leftover food or problems that are brought to Granny He for distribution and delegation. The room of which you sit in, the sliding door closed behind you. There's cushions around the table. You can see the large map of Willowshore with game pieces placed all over it for Granny He to place everyone where they wish to be. And where she thinks they should be. You can see to your right Kim Guan, who looks worried hearing all this information. Perhaps he is the one person who smiles through it all, but he is in horror of everything that he's heard from this, and the reveal of the Nindorus and the Night of Broken Blades. Granny He, of course, watches with steely eyes. Zhang Peng, worried for the people, and willing to push forward a bit of help and work in order to make everything happen. He actually gave his suggestions last week for such things. And of course, Old Man Matsuki sipping his medicinal wine, thinking on this horrific time through his cataracts. In the history of Willowshore. Granny He had just proclaimed herself on what should be done and what should be said. But she will look up towards you all as she takes a puff of her pipe and a sip of her tea and says,
If we are to tell them a comfortable lie, it should be something to your heroics. That you have solved a problem, that they are safe, but still trapped. That Willowshore is safe for now, so they stop pushing for trade with Karahai and anywhere close by in the Specterwood.
We should probably get them all together in a meeting, right? To officially announce it.
I am assuming that is what they would like.
Zheng Peng will nod behind and say, It should be relatively easy to organize. People have been moving out today to see you. If you would like to finish it now and arrange it, you can have it all set up within an hour. Old Matsuki instead, purses his lips and then rubs at his chin.
Perhaps would it not be better if we consulted? Perhaps consulted the spirits? Made prayers? The gods aided us when you called to them with the eternal lantern. Perhaps now, not knowing our path forward, we may do so again. Take the time at least to digest this information.
I think that might be a good idea. It'll give us some time, right, to maybe get another opinion on everything.
Old Matsuki nods, and Granny He looks a bit dissatisfied with this. Kim says, Would speaking to your gods take some time? Organization can be expensive, and time is of the essence during fall.
Well, I go pray to Shizuru right now.
And that will take how long?
I don't know. Sometimes it takes a few hours, a day. I don't know. I don't know the god's schedule.
Granny He sighs and says,
We know what we must tell them. It should be simple. You've sealed away the threat of the Nindoru. The monastery is cleansed. We not a god's opinion on that. You were there.
Well, like old Matsuki said, consulting the spirits possibly might be a good idea too. Because maybe we talk to the spirits, maybe they know something we don't.
I mean, I'm not going to say we shouldn't do that, but I don't know why we should wait to do that before we give them the news they want.
To keep them from thinking of other things or focusing on it, or pestering us. We know what we did.
I guess we don't. I mean,
I plan on going to the Great Willow tonight. I'll speak to the spirit there, and if you will, visit me, and I'll ask him about our situation, but we could still tell the comfortable lie.
Okay.
The Great Willow.
She thinks for a moment, and she kind of like begins to speak, and old Matsuki interrupts her and says,
The Fang family have always been the best with handling the Great Willow. We should not worry of disturbing him in these time crises. Wouldn't you agree, Fang? While normally we would have a ritual and, of course, bring a certain dangerous placation, like your rope. Perhaps you have already arranged a gift to trade with Kami.
I bring him an old friend.
Hmm.
and kind of nods sagely. Zhang Peng says over everyone, when should I arrange for the meeting? The guards will have to know more than anyone else. If we are to look out for this Nindoru threat, if you are unsure if you truly sealed it, I will let only the guards know.
I mean, we're pretty sure we sealed it, right?
It was sealed. So we go ahead and make the announcement today. Put people's minds at rest.
He takes a look kind of towards the light and kind of pulls the curtain on a window. Looks to see what time it is at this very moment. 2 hours then. Would that work for you all? That's the latest my guards usually work.
Okay.
Shouldn't be a problem. I don't see it being a very long announcement.
Who's gonna make it?
It should be one of you. I think if anyone should do it, it should be the String family, the protectors of Willowshore. Traditionally, such things should be brought up. Your father is still indisposed.
Okay.
Yes, he's...
We can do it. We don't need to bother. Yeah, we could do it.
Greniha says,
It should be a person that is willing to lie, or at least not tell anything beyond the truth that they need to know. There is a big difference between the two.
I will say this right now, kind of pulling out of the scene for a moment. The announcement can either be a diplomacy check, if you are going to tell them things but not necessarily lie to them that there's anything else. If they ask a question, you might be screwed, unless you can misdirect it quickly or efficiently. Or you can just straight up go for a lie. And if you roll the lie and it succeeds, you'll get the same effect. Hopefully. Don't think about what happens if you fail the lie check, though.
Ross was planning on, I guess, relatively telling them the truth, but with omission.
Truth with omission will be diplomacy. Ah,
I can make the announcement with you, Ross, but you probably should be the one who tells them.
Very well.
I'll just stand there and look intimidating and cool.
all right.
You have that cool sword.
I do have this really cool sword.
With that all in mind, the people of the council begin to stand up, burden and clearly a weight on their shoulders. And you would see Xi Yang also kind of finishes writing in her journal. She kind of puts the bit of the brush that she was using to write the various symbols. And she looks left and right and says, This is a very kind of things. Deniable way of handling this. I understand you want to lie to the people of Willowshore. But if it comes out that you've hid the truth for them whenever the truth does come out, they might feel betrayed.
We're gonna tell them. It's just, we want solutions for them first.
Just giving you my professional legal advice. I have written many, or at least looked over many, of Lungwa's scripts for governors and places of position. She gives a
Could I ask you a question then?
Mm-hmm. She looks at you, nods.
You know now. How do you feel about everything?
She puts the brush down and looks about these very powerful individuals of Willowshore. Though she is the lawyer, she does seem as though the only commoner amongst you all. And she will kind of arc her back into a straight position, clear her throat, and say, I would be worried if it wasn't you. And she looks towards her brother and Jobin.
Okay. Thanks for your input.
She nods. I know you will
Yeah.
find a way out.
We will. Most definitely.
Granny Hu and Zingping, have you seen Senzo around while we've been gone?
They both shake their head.
He has not been seen, but it is. He only shows twice or so a month. It is not around the time that he would appear.
Z, and I think there was something you were going to say too?
I'm going to motion to Katai and say, why don't you ask that same question to the skittish one over there?
I mean, does he look skittish? Like,
Kim?
yeah.
Kim,
I mean, I guess he's as skittish. But like, yeah, no, you're right. Okay. I look at him and I tower over him. What's your opinion?
Kim Guwon is a cleric of Kofusashi. Of trade, of business, and whatnot. And Kim is completely out of his element because there is no trade. There is no commerce. He has felt that way for a while.
You have no god here.
And he will not straighten his posture as he looks up at you. He instead looks towards Granny Hu for a second before he says, As exchange manager, I believe that we're in an extremely dire situation, and we should not get the people's hopes up that trade will continue if we do not have a solution.
No. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you about how you feel about everything being reset.
Looks around. You are asking me how I feel about dying countless times and being
Yes.
reborn and out of the reach of my god?
Uh-huh. Wait, do you feel out of the reach of your god right now?
He looks around. Of course.
Oh.
We've been trapped here. We have no ability to reach out to other faith. I have received no missives from my god, and I'm terrified. I wish that I knew sooner so that I could pray harder. But I also wish that... Well, now I know it is not a crisis of my own faith. Something has done this to us. Someone. I believe that the governor should take full legal responsibility for it. And we must right what has happened, though I have no idea how to help with that.
Okay, so you're scared.
I'm scared, but I am not in the dark and scared.
Okay, so you don't feel hopeless. Okay. Write that down, Ziyang.
Ziyang writes it down. It is more terrified to be captured with a bag over your head than it is to be, well, I know now what's going on. Perhaps we can find a way out of it. Maybe not me,
Okay.
but someone.
Good to know. Thanks for answering the question.
He looks towards Granny He, and Granny He gives it like a very slight tilt of the head of a nod.
I go back to Ziyan, and I give him a nod. That was a good idea. Good
I
idea.
wonder if the other clerics can't talk to their gods.
I was also gonna ask that. Like,
'Cause
should we
that's
check
odd.
with Elizabeth?
And the Daikitsu priestess, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think back to any Shizuru stuff. I don't. No. Because we lit the lantern with the god's blessing. We were in the mindscape when the lanterns got lit and those coins got blessed by the gods.
Yeah. So did something change?
Or maybe it's just the three of those gods are able to connect because they have some kind of blessing here now. I don't know.
It would still be good to follow up with their priest to see if they can, or have the same issue he does.
I agree.
Oh.
Okay.
Jobin!
Hey,
They're still having a conversation. They've decided to willingly omit information in 2 hours to all of Willowshore. And they've been asking Ziyang and Kim Guwon how they feel about everything that's happening. Are they happy that they knew? To sum it up, Ziyang said that she would be worried if it was anyone else but your group that were the ones that found this out and are telling them. And Kim Guwon was a lot more of a long-worded answer of, I'm scared as shit, but at least I'm not scared as shit in the dark and I'm not knowing what's happening.
Okay.
All right. Zhang Peng says, if there's any further things you wish to tell me, I will go arrange the town meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
He nods, and he will open the sliding door and walk out. In that way, old Matsuki begins to slowly kind of get up, and Kim Guwon will rush over and kind of help up old Matsuki. I will return to my estate, inform everyone there to prepare to move. Are you wishing for all of Willowshore Council to be up on that stage, or do you all wish to be there yourselves?
I think it's best if all the council's there.
Yeah.
Very well. I will prepare myself for the stairs. And he will
You
shuffle out.
do that. You do that, old man. You do
One of his attendants helps him out of the room. As soon as he is out, he begins to head home. Granny He leans back in her cushion, kind of like kneeling and relaxing her posture a bit, and takes a breath. And then gives you all a nod as though either you can leave, or if there's anything else you wish to tell her now that Zheng Peng, her son, and old Metsuki are gone.
I don't think so.
Man, I don't think I have anything that I would want to just say to Granny Who without them there.
Yeah. You're not special, Granny Who. We don't like you more than them. We like all of you an equal amount, okay? Jeez.
Kim will leave at Granny Hu's look, and Jiang also is getting a look from Granny Hu to leave. Do you let her? The five of you? Or do you want her to be here?
Are
I
we
mean,
getting
there's
nothing-
vibes? Are we getting vibes?
Are we getting by Granny Who has something to tell us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, she wants to keep it in the dark. I mean, that's fine.
I mean, she is Fang's lawyer.
Sometimes knowledge can be.
Yeah, Fang will fill her in. Right after Jobin. Hey.
Dang it.
Okay. Ziang will leave then, if that's alright.
Okay.
And Granny Hu, once the sliding door is closed, gives you all a look. And she'll look towards her sheathed weapon on the sheath of the weapon, because her weapon is missing, on the wall. And she'll give you all a very pointed glare.
How did you do it? I know how you described it. But how did you kill them?
The Nindoru?
She nods.
Well, I don't think we really killed them.
Yeah, it's more of defeat.
Mobilize.
But we do know that they seem to dislike silver.
She nods.
I recall that well. In the night of Broken Blades, I was still captain of the guard. It was treacherous. They did not look as you had described, I will say. At least, not as broad and varied. They were all similar. Broken axes and their old lumber-working tools were their weapons, shattered and floating, and their heads or hair stitching their mouths together. We couldn't kill them either.
She looks away.
They were more sealed this time.
We had no such luxury.
We probably were just weaker when we fought them.
She shakes her head.
It is as you described. They just laid there until they eventually woke back up. As though they were knocked out but had no eyes to close. We threw them in the river, and we never saw them again.
Wait, you threw them in the river?
She nods.
Do you think it's a metaphor? Like, if we throw them in the rivers, that's how we actually beat them, because it's like we're shooting them to the river.
Wait, no.
If one was that simple.
If they can't die, if throwing them in the river wouldn't do anything,
Well, yeah, but they've expelled themselves from the cycles of the rivers, so maybe we live in this mindscape now. Maybe we need to fight them with metaphors, so if we put them in the river, maybe
What?
that'll continue their cycle.
What are you saying?
No, they
I don't
put
know.
them in the Chibi River.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. I don't know how things are working now in this day plane. Like, maybe it's a metaphor for the river.
I don't think she's speaking in metaphor.
No, I know she's
Or
not.
they could still be there.
No, she's not speaking in metaphor. I'm talking about in general. Maybe the way to beat them is to put them in the river, like put them back in the river. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just putting it out there that they never saw them again, and they put them in the river, like we're returning them to the river after they broke their own cycle.
That was not our idea.
I think it makes sense.
We left them to the fate of the goddess of destruction. It was soon after we dumped their bodies in the river the flood happened.
You think their bodies are still down there?
Jobin, there's still something in that river.
Why wouldn't they just, leave the river?
That river has always been cursed, we believe. We thought perhaps that would be a curse strong enough to hold them. We did never see them again, but I worry that we upset the river and the goddess that calls it her home.
Where in the river did you throw them? Or leave them?
She'll point to on her map, and she will point
Is it where the
right
house
in
was?
Woodraft Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. There's supposed to be a shrine there underwater, right?
Yeah. And then her mother was attacked. In quotations.
In the history of it, you know that the first governor appointed to Willowshore by Longhua made an effort to tame this notorious river through engineering feats. And part of that effort, then demand for wet storage for wood, it led to the construction of the Willowshore Dam, and by extension, Woodraft Lake. And many protested at first, as the resulting lake would submerge some homes and farmlands. And in result, the village's shrine to Lady Nanboyo. And a few imprisonment later, the complaints all ceased. The dam was completed. The governor earned a promotion through this, left soon after, and then a landslide buried them on a bright summer day on their way out of Willowshore, and they died.
Wait, hold on. Why was there a shrine of destruction in town?
Gotta have the gods represented.
I mean, there's representation, and then there's...
And make sure it doesn't. You spare yourself from destruction.
Yeah.
I do not believe all of these rumors. When Lady Nanboyo's collapsed shrine and those homes and farmlands fell, they began to say that place was the home of the Widow of Suffering herself. I trust without the lawyer in here that we all understand. Those creatures could not be destroyed. Something had to keep them held down, and we did what we had to. They were slaughtering us, unable to be slain or burned or killed or dismembered.
You think the goddess of destruction is holding them down?
She gives you a look. You can call it what you like.
What would you call it?
Unnecessary sacrifice. We evacuated the villagers before we did it.
Oh. Oh, I see. So, do you think they're just being kept down there from all the water?
Or they just haven't moved.
Or they just haven't
Or
moved?
or they washed down with the river.
Is there any way for us to check?
Katai, we're not getting in that.
I know
River.
we're not getting in that. It's
You just
evil.
asked.
I know. I just want to know: is there any way for us to theoretically
No.
check?
No,
you
we're not
know?
discussing this, Katai.
Ross. She's not wrong. There's other ways. There's many ways to check without diving in head first.
It's Ross. If you're
Kappa swim the river. We could ask them if they've had any sightings. I
You know
could
the
maybe
Kappa.
find some other, denizens of the river. Ask them.
Because Ross, what if, when Mom went into the water, it was something underneath that they trapped there.
I tell you this all in good faith. You may not want to keep your people waiting, but I'll answer what questions I can. I simply wanted to know how you defeated them and how they disappeared. We have not heard from them since we collapsed it. And I hope that with your sealing of the tree, they are truly gone.
I hope so.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Wait.
She nods.
Either way, I thank you for your time. I have much to prepare before the town meeting. I recommend you not get too close to her lake, nor to me. I have been plagued with her disasters since that day.
Hey, and sense motive that.
Yeah, go for it. You hear that, Fang, and you feel some sort of actual kinship to Granny Ho. You realize as she speaks in the way that she's been gruff and unempathic and pushes people away ever since you've met her. You recognize that bitterness in her mouth that comes from your sister, that comes from Katai. And you see her very, very quickly flicker her eyes, perhaps unconsciously, towards what is a small canvas drawing, beautifully painted, of her son in his younger days. And you know the strife, her loss of husband, her son not having anything to do with her these days anymore. You get the feeling she thinks she is at the very least cursed by the Widow of Suffering.
Yeah. Fang doesn't say anything on that.
Okay.
Granny, is there anything else you can tell us about that night? Something that might be important? Are you giving us all the information?
She shakes her head. The lumber mill folk went up on orders from Longhua. against old Metsuki, well, young man at the time that he was, in his 50s, and the people of South Bank. And it was my job as the captain of the guard to allow them through. They walked the path of enlightenment from their lumber camp. And they came back down these Nindoru, as you call them. We did our best to fend against them, but there has been a divide in South Bank and Northridge since. It further exasperated the differing opinions, and we could not destroy them, as you described.
Okay. We trust you. I just wanted to check.
I trust this will not leave this room. It was a natural disaster that fell upon Woodraft Lake soon after the attack. Damages from the Night of Broken Blades.
And you're sure that no one was there, right?
She looks at you. There was only one. He has not forgiven me since.
I think I understand.
It's enough digging up old wounds.
She nods. Go. Prepare for the town meeting. I'm sure your tea house is waiting you. And your families.
Okay. Thank you. I will leave.
Okay. Ziang kind of waits for you guys all as each of you stand up. Unless you guys, anything else you want to talk to Gurney Koo about in private.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Jobin's good.
One by one, you all navigate and walk out. And as you do, you can see Ziyang waiting just outside the door. As your lawyer, I recommend you fill me in on everything you were told. She smiles. Perhaps in private?
Sure.
Well, let's not tell anyone.
And together you guys can leave the Saiba Trade Exchange. We can see a veritable plethora of fishermen and people who are waving to you all from their farmlands and whatnot and calling out in excitement to see you back. And going back out into the crisp air of the Spectre Wood, it hits you just like any breeze of fall would. A cold chill down your jaw and cheek, and the forest dancing with the wind. Fog rolls over the top as winter storms threaten the area. You have less than half of fall remaining to prepare this village for winter. And you have even less time to prepare the village to hear what you have to say. Is there anything you guys would like to do upon immediately leaving with Ziang at your side?
I think, Ross, you need to, figure out what you're gonna actually say to them.
I know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell them what we did. Not just not how.
Okay.
We went up, we cleared the monastery, we cleansed it by visiting each of the shrines, and then we came back down, but we did not find a way to escape the mess. So, trade with Karahai will not happen. At least for this spring, or this fall.
Higher Ha nods. Quizzically beside you, your guard escort. She says,
Well, that's a shame to hear.
Oh, hi, hi.
Stop keeping the villagers
Yes.
back. Hi.
Hi.
I hear there's a town meeting. I'm supposed to escort you around until then.
Yes, we're getting things ready.
Where are we heading? Storm Beetle? Storm Beetle?
I wanted to go check on my dad before everything got kicked off, so make sure he's okay since we've been gone for a while. Maybe we can all just check on our families and then we can meet at the Storming Beetle.
Sure. 2
That
hours
sounds good.
time. Higher Ha thumbs up. My daughter will
have
be
2
pleased
hours.
to get a little bit of time with. Oh, you mean your families? That's fine.
Oh yeah. I mean you could go too higher. It's okay. Like you can go see your daughter.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, thanks. And she will
Yeah.
kind of like trail off from you all to go get her husband who's at the exchange.
You don't
Ziang.
deserve her.
Ziang says, she's honestly doing quite well. She kept the Storm and Beetle, no break-ins. Then again, people of Willowshore were never really the breaking
Yeah,
in
who's gonna
type.
break in? Who's she?
He is a good guard. Never us.
I'm saying, put that on her reputation.
We'll give her a really good review. Maybe we should tell Zheng Peng and to let him know that she's doing a really good job. Maybe she'll get a promotion.
One
If
can
she gets a promotion, maybe she'll leave us.
Well, I'm gonna have to go find my family. Wherever he is. As we clearly haven't caught up in some time. I also really want to go to bed. I only realized how tired I was whenever I was recording your trip.
Certainly, sister. Why don't you walk with me for a little bit?
Okay. And will you, Zian and Ziang, all break off and go walk along Willowshore's coast?
Just for a little bit. He'll kind of give Jobin just like the for a short period of time moment.
It's okay. Go ahead. I need to go speak to my sister.
Okay. With a limited amount of time left in your, well, life, you guys will start heading towards your families. Ross, Katai, do you guys go together?
There's definitely this awkward, are we walking together to Dad's house, or am I going by myself? Kind of
Oh, I'm coming.
oh, okay. Are you sure? Okay.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay. And, Fang, are you heading up to the tree, or are you gonna go get your sister first?
Fink's planning on doing all that after the
Willowshore meeting?
announcement. Yep.
Okay, so go talk to the sister first. And...
Nah, he's not gonna know that he has to.
What would you like to
He-
do then?
Fink's gonna go behind a house, turn into a tiny fox, and then eavesdrop on people.
Okay. Do you want to do that with Yami, your usual partner in crime?
Ooh. No.
Aw. Sounds good.
Get into trouble.
All right. Sounds good to me. We'll start with Jobin, because you're the closest to your home, right?
Yeah, closest to the exchange. Yep.
Okay. Heading towards the strange obsidian black tower that was literally teleported into Willowshore not too long ago, you're able to head towards the Mother's Coil. As you make your way towards there, you can knock on the door, and the door is open, and you would see your sister talking to 3 different customers who aren't asking about the veritable plethora of a shop with both the Tsukiyomi and Shizuru shrines here, the 2 twin
flames, the lovers, dragons. Instead, they're not asking about the magical items, they're asking about you as you walk in. And the 3 villagers all turn around with smiles on their faces or in shock. And you would see Igawa kind of like wave her hand and say, "Shop's closed, shop's closed. Out, out. We'll open back up tomorrow." And they will look over, as in, like, tell me everything. Tell me. But I assume you
And
let them go by.
Jobin will say, there is going to be a town hearing soon, so please wait.
They will nod together as though they've got some kind of scoop and make their way out of the magical shop. Jubei will smile, shake her head, and once again come up and give you a hug once the door is closed and the magical seal kind of goes over it.
Mm-hmm.
As she does, she will pat you on the side of the arm and look across you. Is there any notable scars on you?
I mean, Jobin has gone down at least twice during this entire thing. So I would say probably his robe is probably like ripped a bit, and like, you know, there's probably, you can see scars and maybe some bandages from when, you know, it's been treated, you know, wounds have been treated. But for the most part, he just looks like his brow has been furrowed for a very long time, and so you kind of see like the like stress lines on where his brow has been furrowed. That's probably the thing that she notices the most.
She like tuts, and in Nagaji she'll speak and she'll say, "If Mother could see you now, she would be quite upset and proud."
That would, she would. It's been a long 6 days.
It feels like it has been longer. And you look like you've been through much more than 6 days.
A lot has happened. Maybe we can get some tea, and I can sit down and we can fill each other in on what has happened in those couple days.
I hear there's a new place in town, the Storming Beetle. If you want to stop by, or would you prefer to have some of Mother's brew?
Mother's would be nice to have at this point.
She'll nod and you'll watch as her snake kind of uncoils from her tattoo and floats into the air. And will go and begin to make tea. The snake floats for a moment as though waiting for Mushi to come help.
I feel like, sure, Mushi can go help, but I wonder if does he have, let me see, 1 second, real quick. Sure, yes, he'll go and help.
Okay. Easy enough. Mushi can go help. I assume these two have done this a lot, at least practicing.
Yeah.
But this time, you can hear Mushi in the distance on the second floor overbearingly talk about the perfect measurements for tea. How long to leave it in, how much it should be, if they want the right taste, what temperature the water should be at is exact. And this is a new thing. And you can see Igawa kind of chuckle at the sound of it.
Yeah. Jobin nods, like with a smile on his face, like, yes, just how we like it.
She will.
And
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
She simply would sit down with you at one of your tables. This is likely a spot where she would work on contraptions and magical items and scrolls. And she would just wait for you to say what you want to say. She waits and listens.
All right, Jobin will sort of fill her in on pretty much everything, but he will preface it with that this has to stay between us. Most of this is going to be said during the announcement that's going to happen later, but a few things were going to be left out. So, but I think that, you know, all of Willowshore should know, but it may be better to manage this, at least from what everybody else is saying, with more of a scalpel than a bucket. So, but I do kind of want to work this out with you and see if we can come up with maybe some ideas. We worked out the ritual to open up the fog gate before together, so maybe we can work together on figuring out what's going on here.
You see her kind of like overwhelmed by this knowledge, this information. She almost seems stumped and puzzled on what to do. And she kind of like pauses and says, "That's but are you sure this is I've never heard of a mindscape this detailed, real. Hardly heard of mindscapes at all."
Mm-hmm.
She thinks for a moment, and I'm going to have her make a check to see her base knowledge. Of course, Mother didn't teach us much about this pinnacle of magic. They are so variable, they're all so different. How could we possibly begin to untangle this? To shed this reality? How could we not understand and feel it? Aren't we supposed to be the magical connections? Should we not have seen the variety of our dreams? Their latent emotions, repressed memories, objective correlation to reality, and yet I suppose they're supposed to be just as strong and vital to reality itself for us who are in it.
Mm-hmm. An illusion that is so authentic that it's no longer an illusion.
She takes a drink of the new brewed tea. Usually it requires an architect to craft, doesn't it? But I suppose it's spontaneous or even accidental generation is possible. But what confuses me is we should have seen something. The line between concrete and abstract, the metaphorical, the literal, they should be muddied. We're going to need a lot of time, Jobin. I don't know if it's enough time before spring. Even summer.
That's the time we have, so we have to make it fit.
Whose mindscape do you think
Again,
we're in?
There's speculation that it might be the governor. He was at the monastery before this happened. That was put to us by Hero. I mean the founder. There's maybe it's possibly Gokpi, but we sealed him away, so maybe probably not. One thing that has been sort of an oddity to us on our way here is Asahina Shinzo seems to be able to come and go. So I don't know if he might realize that what this thing is what it is, or if he's just part of the mindscape in general.
Who's to say if
Something we can try.
he is even real?
Mm-hmm.
But what he brings is real. He's been the life trade of Willowshore on his own.
Mm-hmm. Which is why we something we might need to investigate, since he is here and able to go and come.
If he has been secretive about it since, I do not know. We cannot rely on this person. I'm sure you understand that.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why we need to make ourselves self-sufficient.
If you would like, I can gather everything I can before winter. People won't wonder what I'm doing here in the Mother's Coil, while you are helping aid the town in more ways than I ever could now.
That would be good.
I'll gather what I can. And when it's time, come to me and I'll have everything ready. And we'll figure this out together.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me, Jobin.
Well, there's no way I could do this without you.
She smiles. I think most of us would already be dead without you. And from the sounds of it, same with your Mistbreakers.
Jobin smiles and pushes up his glasses and says, yeah. We have to... Ty likes to say we've been bounded by fate, that we were destined to come together. Maybe we were. Feels like it sometimes. Comforting.
She nods. If it helps, then it helps. Is there anything else you wish to tell me?
Nothing right now. If something comes up, you'll be one of the first people I let know.
Okay. I'll be sure to stop by the Storming Beetle when I can. And let you know what I find.
Right. I'll have a cup waiting for you.
She nods. Is there anything else you'd like to talk with her about? Or do you want to just say that you guys do small talk? She fills you in on things happening in Willowshore.
Yeah, small talk. Fills me in on what's going on in Willowshore, and just catching up before. We need to get some rest before the meeting tomorrow.
Sounds good. All right. By all means, we will move on to who wants to go next. Zian? Because you're walking around with Ziang?
I don't know. I kind of was looking forward to Ross's announcement, but it's all good.
I'm kind of saving that one.
Then yeah, let's go.
All right. As you two walk off in this proverbial backwards in time, whenever you two trail off from the Mistbreakers, Ziang walks with you, and the way that she walks is that she's walking as though she's on autopilot. You can tell that she's got her back, straightened, her robes are loose because she barely put them on in time, and she's still tightening them even now. Her hair is back and a bit fluffy and messy, and she looks beyond tired. And you can tell she's not looking at Willowshore. She's just looking around as she moves.
When was the last time you slept, sister?
When did you go?
They keep telling us 6 days.
Probably 3.
Does she do this? like stay up a long period of time often, or is this unusual for her?
She doesn't do it unless you're gone.
Got it. Okay. Well, we're back, and I think things were looking up. He will present her with sort of a cloth bundle that he pulls out of his bag.
As she feels
She says, this is a gift from, oh God. Sihui? Is that who gave it to me?
the founder in Enlightenment.
Yeah. He'll hand it to her.
Her eyes go wide as she takes it, and she'll unfurl this. Looking upon this beautiful piece, she looks back up towards you and says, "Really? Why?"
I don't know. I kind of agree. I don't know why either.
She
He
like
kind of elbows her playfully.
pulls out the hairpin and the blooming flowers of it. I mean, it's pretty.
Oh, it's a little bit more than that.
She'll like put it into her hair, and you'll see the flower that adorns it begins to vary in its colors. It begins to shake and open and almost expose itself to the light through the mist. Well, who am I to deny a gift, I suppose?
It suits you well.
I can't say the same about those boots.
Yeah, well. It's the traveler's life.
I don't
much
think it
did you-
suits you.
Okay, I'll remember that. How much did you hear once you left?
She sighs and says, "If I was more awake, I think I would have heard all of it.
Okay.
But I only heard the tone."
Granny who's a snake. A wounded snake, but a snake. I know you know this. I think some of her decisions may continue to affect us. So just be careful.
She's scared.
I think everybody is.
You can't blame her for trying to make decisions, can you? Many people in power do. Try to make it seem as though they understand or have control. It does make them dangerous.
Just be careful.
I've never heard you speechless before. Unwary on how to word something. I've been gone for a bit, and the Fugi tech's back.
That's okay.
Where
How
did
much
I-
you hear?
I only heard you go,
Okay. He's never been he's never been comfortable outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's getting better at it. Let me put it that way. I'm kind of hopeful for him. Whereas before I was not. Anyway, it was just something I noticed.
I think you're helping him.
I think we all help each other.
True.
One last thing. Have you noticed, how do I word this? Not the way I want to say that. I'll drop it. That's all I've really got to say to her.
Okay. She nods and thinks and says, "You know, I never thought that you would find..." And she kind of gestures. "Not friends. Something..."
You remember that look that she gave him when Ziyin tried to bring this up a while ago?
Yeah.
He gives her the same exact look.
She kind of like stops and says, "Fine. You get what I mean. At least let me say then, I'm at the very least impressed. I didn't think that you had it in you to, well, stick around an area long enough to be in someone's head. But Mong Un has been around."
Well, I don't know what to quite do with that yet, because what I saw at the monastery, I don't think I haven't come to grips with it all yet.
Shouldn't this be our chance? To work hard and express things that... Kind of like stops.
He gives her a hug,
Okay.
leaves it at that.
She nearly falls into slumber.
Let's
And
get her home.
You can help lead her on your shoulder back towards your home, Lowen Laws. And laying her down to rest, I assume you're going to wake her up for the meeting, or no?
If she's like snoring or pretty out of it, he'll just leave her.
Okay, sounds good. You'll deal with her yelling later, right?
He always does.
Okay. Fang. Eavesdropping, huh? Tisk
Yep.
tisks. Going into your second life, your other form. Tell me. What do you want to, who do you want to listen in on, or just some random people?
Well, he's gonna kind of like peruse for interesting conversations. If he can, he does want to eavesdrop on the captain of the guard.
Oh. Yeah, that's your favorite willow, your favorite little tree, right? That hangs over their courtyard?
Yep.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a, is that a seek? To, like, hear them? Or over here? I'd call it that. Okay. You know the backwards talk or the hidden amount of things that Granny He says. And you've been around Zheng Peng a lot of your life because he simply was always a rising the captain's guard. And you've noticed that things since the Napora bow have weighed on him. And you worried perhaps that he will start leaning into the methods of his mother rather than his own methods. That being forward-facing, honest, and direct. And he does. Keep to himself. He does stay true to his beliefs. And you notice that he does spend some time over by the side of Wood-Wrapped Lake before heading back to the barracks. He simply would toss some silver coins into the lake sprinkle some dust that he has in his pocket, and then he would head back to the barracks. There, Zhang Peng talks to the guards, informs them of a great meeting, that they will learn of things, but in order to keep them on their toes and to keep them focused, he does sit down in the warden area, away from the prisoners that are there, and he tells them what has happened, the threats of the area, the Nindoru, that they don't know, though there has been no signs of Noporabo, if they could be disguised as people. But he does inform them that while you guys are concerned of them being disguised as people, nowhere in the history of your talks with them, nor the Night of Broken Blades, has it been heard of them disguising as the people of Willowshore, and thus they should keep a tempered hand, and not blow this out of proportions, or use as an excuse to interrogate suspicions. He keeps it brief, he keeps it stern, and he directs guards on who to watch, who's up on stage, who's guarding the entrance to the Willowshore Council, and watching the perimeter to make sure that there's no more attacks. And there is now a colloquially known Jinkin Watch that exists. Jinkin Watch is whenever they go about and look for broken and damaged goods, or Jinkins between alleyways. And he assigns 2 unfortunate guards who seem to have been slacking off recently on them. But beyond that, Zhang Peng keeps to his own whims. Any other questions?
I mean, I'm not asking questions. I'm just listening. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, he seems like he's on the up and up.
Okay.
I guess Fang would just look for, like, what the common talk of the town is, but I think he's got a pretty good idea.
Sounds good. The only person that you catch up with over the time, animal-wise, because everyone's kind of in an uproar and it's keeping the animals away, you know, is, there is, in fact, one person. Kimchi. One of your friends. A, well-known, almost bright orange-red cat that likes to get into trouble around town. Known to be spicy for anybody that tries to pick him up, but his one owner, which is a young child, a young girl. Kimchi would meow happily and give you the goings-on in his life, which is that he has swatted, since he's met you last, at least no less than 12 people, and has gotten his hands on one good chunk of meat that he buried in the forest. He also would trade, if you want to give him any information, the location of it for you to eat in the morning.
Fang has nothing to trade, but
Damn.
he kind of like just tells Kimchi that hopefully he'll be lucky enough to get something himself.
Kimchi nods haughtily and says,
You wouldn't have to if you relied on my skill.
and he hops off with a whap at the tail. And last, but not least, before you leave and you watch Kimchi go, you do see someone leaving or entering the barracks. In the courtyard, there is your sister, seemingly delivering some of the last of the goods that she is being told to make for the barracks. You hear her let out an exasperated cry as she puts down more of the large weaponry and armor. And as she does, she slings the iron pot over her back again when she's dumped it all out. And she will say, You know the usual payment, but this is the last of it. I need to prepare for winter. I'm not doing your chores anymore for Monarch and Pay. It has been wonderful doing business with you. And she does an exaggerated bow and leaves, seemingly haughty and tired and annoyed with the job.
That figures.
All right. The Srings. The Srings make their way over towards Dawnstep Bridge, for their quarry lies, and is the only quarry that lies beyond and in South Bank. And I assume the two of you make your way towards the Dawnstep Bridge and over it?
Yeah. As we're crossing the bridge, I do like look over the edge into the water, and I kind of just stare really intently at it.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to see if there's anything down there.
You can give me a seek, a perception.
Okay.
Saiba's current runs thick, just as it always has. The dam barely tempers it, and with it open right now, it flows too much with whitewash to see into. Though you do, even from here, see the glint of metal down below, and the broken wood and the shrines and the stone foundations of the homes that were destroyed, that fell into this lake, just as they've always been there. Ross, are you looking over too?
No, he's probably looking at Katai, worried. Not really sure what she's thinking. If she's... Katai,
Yeah, what's up?
you're not jumping, right?
What? No.
You get so focused on a single thing. I'm not
I
really
didn't
sure
prepare
what...
water breathing today, so maybe tomorrow.
Stay away from the river, if you would.
I don't think we should.
Ross, as you
There's-
think this, and you talk, you feel an extremely cold hand through the stonework. An icy grip grab you by the ankle. And you get the overall feeling of someone reaching up from the lake to pull you through the bridge and into it.
Ross kind of squeezes his fist. Katai, there's evil down there.
Yeah. Shouldn't we face it?
I fear I can't face it.
I'm afraid too. Of it. What might be down there. But I think we need to face this evil. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but we will have to face it.
Katai, it was... thing in that river, or things, dangerous. It had mother. It may not have been what did it. Myself to hold that burden. It would take a lot to cleanse or set right that cold and that's down there.
I have the willpower to do this over and over and over again. I have the willpower to face what's over down there.
I'm sure you do. Just have to keep you alive.
Do you think I've died the most?
Out of all of us?
I just feel like there's so many times that I was so close, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just in my own head. Maybe that's why I'm not afraid, though. Well, I am afraid, but maybe that's why I'm willing to face it, whatever's down there.
You were brave, Katai.
Yes. I need to be.
Yes. When I need some of it, I think, to face Dad.
Yeah, you're on your own, man. Good luck.
Die.
I'll be like there, but
Yes. Not there.
yeah,
I see.
you know. Sorry, that's like one thing I really can't fight. I
I have the river and you have Dad. I see.
he's my dad. I can't. He needs to be respected, and we need to listen to him. He knows what's best, right? Right. Yeah. All right. Well, get going. Let's go. You're stalling. Let's go. Come on.
Yes. Have you told him that we found Mother's necklace?
I don't tell Dad a lot of things. It's easier that way. I haven't
It's
even
like
told him.
You haven't told him you've been skipping school like you used to, and
It's been a lot, and I didn't want to burden him with knowledge of anything we've been doing. Last time I told him I was leaving, and I'd be back in a few days. I didn't tell him where it was going.
never mind. Let's go.
Okay. You could fill him in if you want to. Go for it.
We will have to make this any easier.
Okay. Hopefully Fang's not following us. I feel like he'd really find this juicy gossip drama.
Drama. You'd have to worry about Jobin.
True, but maybe they could like talk, you know what I mean? Either way, let's just go.
Perhaps the distraction of your conversation, or the ease and remembrance of it, is all too calm. But while you were talking on the bridge, and just as soon as you recognize it, you start walking away. And over this conversation, you realize that both of you have been hearing something familiar. A lullaby about the moon and the sun always chasing each other, and children always wanting the sun to be up to continue to play but to hide during the night. The both of you recognize, whether all at once or whether you don't acknowledge it at all, that it is your mother's voice singing to you.
I don't acknowledge unless Ross does.
No.
Okay. You ignore the song, and you both walk away.
I can't help it. Ty looks over the edge of the water one more time. She can't. She just looks over one
Eight.
more time as we're leaving.
The practices.
Listen, stop
Okay.
saying our name or anything.
Katai, you look over the edge.
Just one cursory look over before I continue to follow Ross.
Okay. You see bobbing in the water, and as soon as you cross it over, your head, your mask, looks down into the water, and the singing stops. And in the white wash, in the wake of the waves, you see your mother's amulet floating down the river.
The amulet I gave to Ross?
Mm-hmm.
I watch it for a moment, but I don't say anything, and I just continue after Ross.
Okay. You watch it flow down the river, taken away, and you see as the current gets rough near the middle of the lake, as it drowns and disappears into the lake. And you continue after Ross. Ross, you did not acknowledge your mother's lullaby, did you?
No, it's not something he can face.
Okay. And Katai, you also do not continue to pursue. And the both of you walk to the edge of the Saiba River, the house that overlooks all of it every day, the Spring House. It's just as you left it, with its fulus planted near the doors. But it's silent inside as usual. What do you do?
Dad, I knock. I just kind of slide open the door. Dad, I'm home. We're okay.
I'm here too, old man.
I elbow Ross.
I'm here too, Dad.
Silence.
I shut the door behind us.
I'm gonna go to the fireplace where he usually hangs out.
Okay. As you go towards the fireplace in its empty ways, he's not there. His house is empty.
Is he not in his room or anything? Like, Ty starts to panic a little bit. Like, she's trying to not look like she's panicking in front of Ross. But she, like, speed walks, power walks around the house to see if she can find him.
Okay.
He's in the study.
You take a
Power
moment.
walks.
You slide open a door, slamming it open. Empty. His sword still there. His sandals are gone.
Yeah, I look out the window. Do we see him by the river?
You do. Waist deep in
Oh
it.
my god.
Holding
What's
his
he doing?
hands out.
You slide the back door.
You open the
Opens
back
up
door.
to the opens up to the river.
And Katai, you look out the window. And you see beautiful, pale hands and a white robe. The morning robe that you remember her being in. Reach over the shoulders of your father. Around his waist and up around. And he goes into the river. pulled down in a second and disappearing.
Ty watches this, and just for a second or two, she is frozen in place. But that breaks immediately, and she just breaks out into a sprint. Like, she probably pushes past Ross to get outside.
Okay. Katai pushes you to the side, and Ross, what do you do?
Ross probably just calls out, "Dad, no!" And when he gets pulled under, Ross is... I guess he's stunned. He hesitates. And Katai pushes past him.
Okay. You rush down as fast as you can, Katai, to the river's edge, knowing you're not as slow as you were last time, not as weak as you were last time. And you rush, and you rush, and you make your way to the river's side. And you just see Wake. But you hear her. You see bubbles frothing in the water, boiling up to the surface.
Her feet kind of touch the water, and she again hesitates for just like 2 seconds. But she just runs with her sandals off, and she dives into the water.
Okay. As you dive into the water, and you reach forward, it's calm, peaceful. Save one image that pierces your eyes. As soon as you overcome the turbulence of the river's roof, and you fall in below, you see a woman floating in the waters. Alone, your father nowhere in sight. As you see a pale, gray-skinned Niang Shring. Everything has been drained from her body, and you can see seaweed decorates her hair, her hands. Her pale skin is lifeless. And she floats there without needing to swim. And she looks at you in a mournful gaze and invites you to come closer to her for a hug.
I'm underwater, so I can't talk. But jeez. Oh, jeez.
Ross has probably kind of come up to the water's edge and is just calling Katai's name. And he's like probably biting on his knuckles, scanning the tops of the water.
You hardly can hear the vague sound of someone shouting over the river's roof, Katai. Your air is slowly being pulled away as you stay underwater, but you see her gesture towards you, prompting you for an embrace. Your mother, taken too soon.
I definitely loses herself for a second, but when she hears Ross yelling her name in the water, she kind of snaps back into it. And she just needs to focus. She is gonna just search for her dad. She's gonna just try to look for him. And barring that, she's gonna attempt to dispel magic. This creature, or this illusion, or this figment, or whatever she is, to try to find him.
Okay.
So, I'd like to make just a seek action first.
Sure. She is starting to drift closer towards you.
Okay.
Make me a seek action. You look left, you look right, you look all about, you look down. Where could your father be? And you swear you see bubbles in the depths of the dark of the water with your dark vision. But the current is moving up and down and left and right. This river was never known to be
placated. And as there's whispers all abound to you, and her singing polluting your ears, you can't hear anything else but maybe the sound of Ross screaming for you. If he's here, he is deep and further down the river.
I have 9 rounds of air.
How long has Kadai been underwater?
I'd say this is 1 round.
Didn't prepare any water spells today, because I usually let Fang do it.
At this point, as you're looking around and you hear Ross, she closes the distance with you. Not fast, just drifting towards you, her hands outstretched to embrace you.
I don't let her. I swim away from her, and I'm gonna just try to keep focused I'm gonna try to follow the bubbles that I saw further down.
Okay. She will.
I'm just trying to do my best to avoid her. They've been looking at her.
She will attempt to touch you,
Okay.
which will be against her AC, if that's okay.
Okay.
Are you wanting to roll into like a combat with her just yet, or are you just trying to?
I'm not trying to fight her, so I'm okay if
Okay.
we keep it kind of a narrative situation. I will, however, I'll make an athletics check just for my general swim stuff, if that's okay.
Oh, sure. Oh, sorry, I heard you say I will do this, so I stopped the attack.
Oh no.
You're
She
okay?
can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, she can make attack. I'm just gonna make an athletics check to kind of like Oh, I can't see that.
Okay. Sorry, I can rule that public.
See how good at swimming I am, just in general.
Are
25's
you
a
off
miss?
guard in the water?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, if you don't have a swim speed, you are off guard when you're swimming.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm off guard then. Yeah, so that'll hit. That's -2, isn't it?
It is.
My AC? Yeah, so I have AC 24.
All right. So that will be a hit. And as soon as you feel her grab onto your arm, it hurts. It is excruciating as you take 14 void damage as she touches your arm, and this pain racks your body as though you're being drained of your life. You're being touched by something beyond the veil. But it feels so familiar, Katai. It's the same grip that your mother gave you to give you strength and bravery when you stood next to the Eternal Lantern. And she will attempt to grab you as part of this attack. As
I
is
do lose 2 rounds of air, so I'm down to 7.
correct. She will grapple you with a 31. And you feel her pull you in. And like a mother hovering over you from behind, you feel her arms wrap around you to give you comfort. It's painful, but it's the same way she used to hug you when you ran to her for aid. And then, with a sickening silence, her singing stops, and she tightens her grip. Give me a fortitude save.
Dude. Okay.
You lose 2 rounds of air as she drains the air out of your body, pulling you tighter and tighter. She whispers into your ear, and she tightens even further. Another fortitude save with another action.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
You may roll into initiative whenever you like, or are you going to let her drown you?
I guess I'll roll into initiative now. I don't want to fight her, but I feel like I have a choice, unfortunately.
Okay, I will have us. No worries, I'm not going to make you lose another round or more of air. Instead, we will roll into initiative as you're both underwater. Ross is
Down
on,
to 5.
and you're down to 5. And every time now that she's holding you, she can drain you.
Oh my god, how do I swim? Fuck.
And we'll go to break as we start this combat.
I'm 10 feet.
My stomach is knots.
Fuck. Oh. Don't go near the water, Zhengping says. We don't stay away from it, Zhengping says. Oh, fuck. In the water. Katai, you won't
Alright.
jump in, right? Yeah, of course not. What'd you want me to do, Russ? What'd you want me
I
to
don't know.
Listen, I can't. I
I
couldn't
thought
just
I would
do
have
this
more
chore.
turns.
You know, I just probably had like 2 turns, so I'm sure if you ask the DM nicely, unless you want to say Ross was stunned during the moment.
I
you know.
assume Ross will have his own thing to contend with whenever we start.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get some.
I don't want my own thing to contend with. I'm contending with enough.
Awesome. Great. Great. Fantastic. Oh, that feels nice. Nice. Okay, cool.
All
All
right,
right, I'm gonna grab some dinner.
I'll see you guys in a second.
If you drove
Fix her.
I can fix her.
God, bitch. Gotcha.
No,
Yeah,
you're
no.
right. You're right. Who Ziyang? Nah, the Spring Mom.
No.
All right.
I gotta get the what you call it meme, the Drake meme.
Nah. That one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. You guys ready?
Juanito's backup character just walked into the river and died, so that kind of sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
he
guess
may
can't
not
pick
be
up a
dead
shrine.
yet.
Dude,
Don't give up on Dad either.
Well, okay. I mean, I won't. I'll keep going.
All right. Shall we?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Man, Katai, that was a natural one, huh?
Yeah, it was.
That's such a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so together, as you guys walked back home, you desperately moved forward in an attempt to right the wrongs. But your father was not home. And so you looked everywhere, you looked outside, and you found him walking after hearing the sound of your mother. And you ignored her. But your father didn't. As he wandered into the water waist high, but before you could reach him, you watched his arms reached up out of the water and pulled him down. And as he was drowned in the river, you rushed after, diving in Katai. But your father wasn't there. Instead, it was your mother, pale and gray. No longer alive, this orc woman instead stares on at you with a grace unbefitting a drowned victim. Ross, you stand near the edge of the water, screaming down, gripping your palm, letting them grow white. As you sit there, and your sister bubbles below the surface in its dark waters. And down below, Katai, trying to look for your father, ignoring your mother, trying not to perceive her, she did not let you ignore her. She moved up. She gripped your hand, and she held you close. And your air began to escape your body as she pulled and hugged so hard that you lost air with every breath. And Ross, as you look down, you see multitudes of hands. All your mothers begin to reach out of the water near the shore, to grip near your ankles, to pull you in. And all that said and done, they grab onto you, giving you the grabbed condition to start this combat. For stepping in the, well, so close to the river. Ross, you're the first to act. You feel your mother's icy cold grip across your feet. What do?
Right, Katai hasn't surfaced. Father hasn't surfaced. I need to be able to see them. I know how hard it is to see underwater, so I will cast See the Unseen. Gosh, that was close.
Okay. So we've got your gaze pierced through illusions and finds invisible creatures and spirits. Okay. As you look through the water and begin to stare, there is no better vision you grant on the creatures near your feet, or whatever this is, your mother's arms reaching up to pull you in. But you do see down below, and from here you can have a clear line of sight. Though it's muddied, they are concealed. You see Katai, and you see your mother. But you also see a strange blood-red stream running from your mother that stretches down into the dark depths beyond your sight. There is a vague, looming glow in the depths of the Saiba River. And deceptively enough and strangely enough, Ross, you recognize it as the last lantern that you and your mother and your family created for the first long night. What do?
I guess last action, I try to escape from this grapple, pull my legs free.
Okay.
And I guess I'm calling back to Katai, like, get out of the water, Katai! Come back!
A 23 is not enough to escape this grapple.
My turn then.
Okay. You rest your legs, trying to pull yourself away from it, but it just doesn't work.
Oh, when I saw the Katai in the water, how deep is she?
10 feet down.
That's far. Quite a bit.
Niang has you held close. And despite being underwater, you see her speak and whisper into your ear so gently. You watched over me every day. You don't have to be alone anymore. We can be a family again. You're so strong. And she'll grip around your neck.
I just grunt because I cannot banter underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that hits. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You feel more of your life pulled from you as you take 11 void damage.
I have 3 rounds left.
And then she will tighten her grip around you.
God, this might actually kill me. This is gonna be tough. Okay. Hang on. I'm rolling with a power I should not have. 1 second. Yeah, I do not have a resiliency rune or potency rune on my armor.
You only lose air if you're critically hit, not just hit.
Oh, only if I'm critically hit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says reduce your remaining air by 1 round at the end of each turns, or 2 if you attacked or cast a spell. I'm sorry. I took that as if I got attacked. That's my mistake. I'm sorry. So I think I'm back up to
There was 2 hits, so you got 2 more rounds of air that you counted.
I thought you said it was only, so it's 2 more, so it's
4. You have 4 rounds left.
5? 4? Okay.
You
4
said you were at
rounds.
3, so yeah, so 4.
Oh, I got hit twice and I was moving it by 2. So I think I should have 7? Is that the case?
Okay, 7 rounds left then. Give me a
Okay.
fortitude save.
All right.
Okay, you're good. And then she will tighten around you again.
Alrighty. Ah! Oh, that's a tough one.
4 rounds leave you.
4 rounds?
As you are tough, you hold on, you feel the grip around you. But maybe in your head it's what you've craved for so long, standing so strong. And as you let go for just a moment, she takes 4 rounds out of you, as your air bubbles up to the surface. Okay, that's her 3
I won't
actions.
say Katai doesn't miss the presence of her mother, but this is like a really bad version of it. Like she wants to fight, but she's not fighting as strongly as she usually does, because there's a part of her who really likes, her mom.
Absolutely. All right. Katai. You don't see your father anywhere. You feel your grip waning on your blade, on your breath, and you feel her. Now I'm going to correct something because I believe she was behind you.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
gotcha. Okay.
What do you
I
do?
have 3 rounds of air left. If I succeed my swim checks, I can move 30 feet,
She has you grabbed.
but she has me grabbed. And I'm gonna go down to 2 rounds of air at the end of this.
Mhm.
So Katai needs to pick if she wants to try to save her dad, even if it costs her her life.
Hey,
She
and
probably
you
fail.
get-
Yeah. And water would be
You have to-
difficult terrain.
If you get up to air, that's a reset on your time.
Well, attempt to escape from the grab. So I think before I decide anything, I have to get out of here. Okay. Is it just just an athletics check for me? Is that what it is?
Escape.
Click on her hit,
Escape.
break free. Yeah, escape.
Break free.
I think it would be escape in particular.
Escape. 21.
I don't think the target went on.
And it does count as an attack.
It does.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no.
You're gonna lose
Oh.
2
No.
this round. Then
Yeah.
we're gonna have 1 round left.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
you're struggling. Makes you use more air.
What's
Okay.
it?
Is
It's
it 21 a success?
Is it the fortitude DC or is it the reflex DC?
Whatever.
It's the grab,
or-
whatever the grab. Yeah, the grab DC.
The
so-
grabs is okay. Let me take a look here.
I don't know if the grab has it. Maybe it has. I don't know.
Well, it'd be the grab, like her roll to grab plus 10, right?
Okay,
Maybe.
well, escape.
Let me look at you.
It says typically the athletics DC of the creature that grabbed you, or the 3v DC of the creature who tied you up, or the
The
DC of whatever you're trying.
That is not high enough to beat her athletics DC.
Okay.
You want a hero point it? Or you?
Yep. I do want a hero point in it because I need to get out of here. I'm gonna target her and then pull it this
Okay.
time. So just maybe that'll help things. Okay. 30?
That one is enough. You will lose air
Okay.
at the end of the round. So if you do not make it up to the surface, though you're 10 feet down,
Okay. I use my second action to attempt an athletics check to swim to a maximum distance of 10 feet through the water.
Okay.
The GM decides the GM determines the DC based on the turbulence or danger of the water.
I'm gonna go grab the Saiba River's rules from the
Oh
first
god, it has
session.
rules.
If you remember, you could have crossed the bridge through the dam
Mm-hmm.
rather than going across the Dawnstep Bridge, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. You can swim the river's waters with the dam up with a DC 15. With the
Dam
dam
open.
open is DC 25.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta at least get a 10.
Yeah, it's like map 10, right?
I know. All right.
No, Swim is not an attack. There's no map
Oh,
on
that?
swimming.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I move up 10 feet.
You can
Do I
breach.
break the surface?
You breach water. Just barely. And you can gain your air back. You see Ross? And Ross has literal hands of your mother wrapped around his legs and pulling him towards the water.
Dad is still down there. Sorry, I'm making a choice. I'm thinking about it. I'm sorry.
I guess Ross would call out that our lantern is down there. That might be the source of it.
How deep is it? Can Ross convey that to me?
Katai, you look around, and even whenever you were on the water, you never saw a lit lantern. He's talking crazy talk. You can't light something underwater.
I trust Ross. I don't think he would lie to me in this situation. So if he sees a lantern, I believe him.
Okay.
And if, from what I understand, the inflection of the voice is he wants me to go get it, so maybe try to stop this. I am going to dive back underneath the water. I
don't know.
I dive back under.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make another flags check.
What's your con mod?
It's a +4, so I start with 9 rounds of water. Yeah.
Just don't get
Ugh.
grabbed.
19.
What is the failure on swimming?
There's no. I just don't think I get further down, so I think I'm stuck. Shoot, I don't want to hero point that because I might need that to not drown. Oh shoot, yeah.
I'll say that
I
you
don't think
dive down.
Yeah.
Like you go under
Yeah.
the water, but you have no control.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. You see your mother waiting for you just below you, holding her arms as though to grab on and help you go down more.
Okay.
All right. On the other side of the way. Hey, Ross.
Yeah.
27 hit?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to pull you towards the water. You poof hit the ground as you're knocked prone. And no, I can go this way. And they'll pull you 5 feet with that attack. You hear her singing as the bottom of your legs dip into the water. And you feel her arms begin to grow, getting up towards the back of your knee. And starting to pull you down more and more and more. Her grapple is not just an immobilization. It is also restraint once you get into the water fully. So she will try to pull you down deeper. Critical miss. And last attack. For a critical hit. She'll pull you 10 feet and bring you down into the water itself. Now that everyone's underwater, I'm going to put them at zeros so that everyone can still see each other. Sound good? All right.
Okay.
Ross, despite being underwater and feeling the grip on your legs, do you look down into the water now that you've been submerged? Or no?
Yeah,
do you-
probably subconsciously, yeah, because he got pulled, so he probably looked down to try to see what was pulling him down,
Okay.
to orient himself.
You open your eyes to see your mother, her face covered in that black ichor of your magic, her eye sockets empty and her mouth open agape to ingest all of the water within the lake. You see her twisted, and deep within the bowels of her mouth and behind her teeth is in lit fire as she's pulling you deeper and deeper down. What do you do, Ross?
Okay, so I got 6 rounds. All right, let's start with an escape for Ross. That's probably
Considering it is the start of your turn and you are held by her, you can give me a will save.
okay. Okay, hold on. Let's 0 point that.
Okay. You feel that fear in your gut. That fear that you felt ever since it happened. And instead of getting frightened to and fleeing, instead you hold on to your devices. Your magic does not go haywire, and you may act upon what is happening. What do you do?
All right, we're gonna escape. Going to escape.
I believe in you.
Looking to see if there's anything making me do this better. Guess just 0 points.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Well fucking done. You get free to remove the grab, immobilized, and restrained conditions imposed by the target, and then you can stride 5 feet.
Right, I stride up 5 feet. Does that break water?
It does. You do touch the top of water.
Wonderful. Okay. Right, so Katai is concealed to me, correct? Right? Because she's below the surface
Correct.
instead of hidden because of see the unseen.
Correct.
Okay. Ross is going to attempt to lifelink.
Give me that concealment. You're good. Alright, you can recover 1d4 hit points?
3d4 because it's focus 4.
Do you connect to your
Okay.
mother too? Or no? Asking
No,
the
it
real
wouldn't.
questions.
It wouldn't do. It wouldn't do any damage. It would just heal. It wouldn't do anything to her if she's an undead.
I'm just shrugging. I was just curious.
No. We don't want to give my mother resistance 5.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Katai, you have resistance 5 to the first attack that you get.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
pretty cool. Are you taking that damage?
Yes, I'm taking up to 10 of that damage,
Oh my
or
god.
5 of that damage.
Dude,
I'm taking 5 of that
you,
damage.
You only have like 10 health.
I know it's rough.
Yeah.
And then last action we will. I will nudge the scales. Here's another flat.
Alright.
Okay, we're good. Take
Okay.
that 6. Take that 16 healing.
Okay. I will.
Yeah, as I essentially give you some of my life force.
Don't kill yourself, please.
what is the bone? What does your curse bound do for the bone?
For new Ross, it is for every level of curse bound, magical healing is reduced by my level times the level.
Magical
Oh boy.
healing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that your turn?
That is.
Okay. She's no longer grabbing you, so she's gonna remedy that situation, Katai.
Okay.
26.
That hits.
Okay, she will reach up and grab you by the hands as you try to swim downwards, dealing 12 damage. She will then immediately try to grab you.
Okay.
With map? Nope, not with
I
map,
wish
because
I
she's the grab
put,
condition.
I wish I put master in athletics. I regret not doing it now. Ugh.
She misses, unable to get a full hold of you.
Okay.
She says, "Take my hand. We can be together."
I don't respond.
Okay. She will then try to just full grapple you with map. Without an attack first. No, not gonna happen.
Okay.
Okay. Kitai.
I try to swim down.
Emphasis on try, right?
Yeah, it's like I have a 50-50 shot to swim down. Because of the DC. Ah.
You don't. You struggle in place, losing breath.
Well, the good thing is, if I don't succeed a swim check ever, I do sink just 10 feet at the end of my turn. So that's good.
Well, you're sinking for this.
Oh, I will at the end of my turn.
Perfect. You'll be in eye level with her again.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna try again. I got 3 actions. Okay. I move 10 down. I'm eye level with her again.
Mm-hmm.
I try again.
Okay. 3 actions to swim.
$32.
Okay. You move another 10 feet down, so you're 20 feet down.
Yep. 20 feet down, and I know I can't do a seek action to look around, but can I try to, do I see any, bubbles that are just around that I might see my dad?
You
Or
don't.
Is it like, okay.
It's dark down
Okay.
there. You don't see anything like a lantern light down here. You feel like you would with your dark vision.
Okay. I trust Ross.
Give yourself 5 health, because I would have took 5 of that health.
Oh, okay.
Okay, as you
Yeah,
bob to the
it's
surface, you cast these spells, Ross. Once again, her hands reach up and grab your legs that are in the water. Only grappling you? They'll then go to grab you again. Pull you down deeper. Alright.
Oh.
And they'll shove you under the water 5 feet. You then look down, and you see her face again. And I need you to make a will save. And you
Amara,
hold on
could
to
you,
yourself.
Could you scroll down, chat?
I have already done so, don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
Roz, what do you do?
Gosh. That's an excellent question.
I miss Fang.
Split the party.
I will. I will reach, cast. Yeah, I know.
Are you underwater right now?
Both
Yeah,
of
I
them
am.
are.
You sure you want to cast a spell?
Oh, good. Yeah, I did. Take the protection.
You let the
10
air
foot
out.
elevation.
Hey.
It goes down by 2 or 3, I guess,
Yeah.
this round.
Okay, that'll leave you with 3 more rounds of
Oh.
breath, right?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
so far away from you. I can't help you if I wanted to. I'm sorry.
All right. Anything else in your turn? That's 2 actions. You got 1 more.
No, that was 3 actions because protection's a touch spell. I use reach so I could reach Katai.
Ah.
Are you restrained?
No.
Oh, okay.
It didn't get its full success of the double grapple.
Okay.
All right. Niang's gonna reach for you. First off, gonna stride. She can stride 40 feet, so she's gonna
Oh.
stride below you,
Okay.
5
All
feet.
right.
and she's gonna get in front of you.
All right.
And
Fair
while you're
enough.
trying to swim down desperately, she'll just grab you by the arm and pull you into her chest, and she'll attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
And by grapple you, I mean hit you
Okay.
for 30 to hit.
Okay.
For
Ross
15
can take
void?
5 of that. So I'm gonna.
And then she will grapple you. $22?
Failure.
You're getting very lucky on these grapple rolls. That is her turn.
Yep.
Katai, she is beyond faster than you. Floating
Yeah.
beside you with a breeze and air. What do you do?
I am gonna take a seek action to look around. It's like try to see anything, like any signs of movement from my dad or anything like that in the darkness.
Okay. There's nothing that you can see. Just the wake and destruction from Lady Nanboyo. And the river's malevolent current, desperately trying to pull you down further to be crushed by the waves.
Kataya is gonna look down to the destruction beneath the waves, and she does not see any sign of her dad. And she looks back up to Ross, who has been pulled under, and she. Sorry, I'm making a choice. I've reached the telltale screen. Katai is going to swim up to try to get to Ross.
You may try.
It's 28, so I can move 10 feet. So I am gonna move up 10 feet.
You're now
I don't
20
think I
feet
can-
up?
Yeah.
20 feet down, I should say? Because you were...
Mm,
You swam twice last
Oh,
turn and
yeah.
you sink 10? Or is it just you swam twice?
oh no, you only sink twice. You only sink if you fail a swim check and don't squeeze one. So I only went down 20 feet.
You are 10 feet
Um,
below the water right now.
Yeah.
Ross is 5 feet
Yep.
below in that space.
And I'm gonna try another swim check to get to him.
Okay. That is
6.
enough. You can use the 10 and 5, or the 5 and 5, to get just beside him, within reach. You can see that as you look at him, there are ghostly hands holding onto his legs. You don't get a clear form of them, though, and you don't see any creature actually holding onto him beyond the hands.
I grab onto him. I know it won't do anything mechanically, but I grab onto him, just kind of let him know that I'm here with him. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Ross, you feel the grip of your sister, something actually warm, life. And as you feel the grip of your sister, you feel the tug of death below you. 26.
Hits.
They pull you down 5 more feet. You're 10 feet below the water now. And then they are going to force you to look upon them. Another will save. Another critical success. All right. And that is your turn. You and your mysterious resolve. Ross, what do you do?
Ross will do a seek action, looking out into the water, down where I saw the red trail kind of leading off of our mother.
Okay. You look desperately beneath these waves, trying to find this thing you saw, this lantern. But you find no sign of it.
God. All right. All right. I'm gonna try to escape then.
Okay. I'm just asking not to influence you, but if you wanted to hear a point that you could. I'm not sure if you would if it was low, but
Yeah, I would. I mean,
go
this
for
is-
it. You would see a faint light beneath the waves,
Like,
but it is desperately
how deep?
down.
Like real deep.
Oh yeah, I would say like into the depths below the downstep bridge, near 70 feet down, and a good 40 feet away horizontally.
Okay, but it's a red, like kind of like a mist. It's not bubbles.
No, it's not bubbles at all. It's a familiar color.
Red like butterflies.
Red like the Eon. Are you... Oh, yeah. Escape. So you can pull free and break the grapple on you. That's
I'm
2
gonna
actions.
attempt to swim.
Alright, give me that swim check. DC 25.
Nice.
Well,
Oh,
damn
man,
done.
look at that.
Wow.
Breaching up to the surface as fast as you can.
This. I go up 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I guess I call to Katai. The red mist trail, the lantern. It's deep underneath the bridge. Not sure if he can hear or not
Bubbles.
through the waves.
Your mother strides, strikes, to deal 16 void damage, and to grab.
It deals that's a success.
And Katai is in fact grabbed.
Add 5 to you.
Oh yeah, I ended it. I'm keeping track of it.
You hear her speak to you, and it muffles over Ross's voice. He left you. I never did. I watched you grow. What do you do, Katai?
Okay. I attempt to break free. Escape. Oh, I forgot to target her again. Sorry.
That's enough to break free.
Alrighty. Then with my second action, I'm gonna try to swim to get to the surface.
Okay. Not enough.
Failure.
You do
One
have
more
an
action.
ID dice from
Oh, I do have an ID dice. Oh, hero.
Go
Raptor.
Gadget Raptor.
After your hero. Yeah. So I'm just adding a D4 to that to
Yep.
get it over 25.
That is enough to breach the surface as well.
And then with my last action, I'm going to shove Ross.
Okay. You
This will be a
hear
map. So
As
yeah,
you
sorry.
go to reach, she speaks to you until I grab him and says, "Bring him to me. I can be with you again."
I don't turn around. He practices. He practices. I shove him 5 feet,
All right.
and I
Woo.
stride after him. Can I do that? Stride after him?
Are you technically still swimming, or is that only whenever
I
you're
don't
underwater?
know.
Remember, stride is different from swim.
So yeah, you will need to
I
swim
I
again.
just shove him. Okay, I shove him.
All right. Katai, you watch as more hands go to reach at Ross because he's still in the water. His legs are in there.
Leave my brother alone. Damn it.
He's not your brother anymore. He left. They grab onto his legs. And then they go to grab again to pull deeper. And they drag him 5 feet deep.
Curse my weak body.
All right. Ross, you're pulled out by your sister before she looks on in horror as you're grabbed again and pulled down deeper. It's a struggle. What do you do?
I
Rounds got reset though. For breath was. So.
true. I'm gonna lash out and cast magic towards Mother.
Which one? The ones holding on to you, or the one in the water?
No, the one in the water. I'm assuming that's where they came from. So
They are not. It's two separate mothers.
well, the one that's harrying Katai then.
Very well. Fortitude save?
Yes.
23. Alright, you want just the form wavers a bit, as it takes 19 damage. It is injured, and as she, has a pulsing section of her annihilated by the life energy, it begins to fill in with water as her body weakens and is shriveled. Anything else? As you hear her let out a desperate gasp and scream, the same gasp and scream as she begged you for help when you let her die.
Damn,
When
mental
you-
damage. I'll try to escape, I guess.
Okay.
You cast a spell underwater, you lose all your air.
Who's all?
I
think
thought
only
you
lose
just
2.
lose 1. Yeah, that's a
It says,
2 on
it
the
says
thing.
if you speak, including casting a spell, you lose all remaining air at the end of the first sentence.
Reduce your
attacking.
remaining by 1, or by 2 if you attacked or cast a spell during that turn.
It's later. If you speak, including casting a spell, you lose all remaining air.
Oh, so maybe it's only verbal spells that happens to, and the other spells. So this is a concentrate, and I believe concentrate
Is a verbal, yes.
Is
Yeah.
a verbal.
All right. Well, I've already made this decision, so. And of course, this would be the time I.
And you can't get out of the grip of the one below you.
Oh crap! No, she's after me. Yeah, I have run it.
Okay.
No, I won't.
All right.
I'm done. Sorry.
The round ends, and you lose all air. Are you aware of what happens when you lose all air?
Yes.
You fall unconscious.
That should reduce you to 0 hit points, correct?
It doesn't
No.
reduce to 0 inputs. It just puts you unconscious, and
Okay.
then you have to make fortitude saves or die.
Gitai, you watch as your brother desperately tries to save you, attacking your mother,
Oh my god, this has gone so poorly, so quickly.
and suddenly he falls unconscious.
Oh my god, okay.
But your mother sees this and looks over and says, "Bring him to me. I can be with you again. We can make this right together. I'll be with you." And she's gonna move up and grab onto Ross instead of you.
No. Stop.
Okay. A natural one. She will fail on the first one. And she'll try again with map. That'll be a success. As she
It was already grabbed. Oh, sorry, go for it.
She transfers the grab, holding on, excitedly. And this, you watch as she looks deep into the eyes of Ross. And you see her head begin to tilt back and her mouth open. And you see the loose bubbles of air that begin to flow out of Ross's nose begin to flow into this creature. What do you do, Katai?
I try to break him free from her.
Okay.
So I attempt to break. I break.
Make a break free.
Break him out. Break free. And thank you, Carsifona. Oh, is it a force open? Is that what it's called?
Force open, yeah.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. $25.
Is exactly what you needed.
Okay. I free him, and then I grab him, and I reposition him up to the surface next to me, because he's 5 feet with it. He's within 5 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is that map too, huh?
It
Damn.
is.
Okay. Okay.
You're basically fighting the current to throw him upwards.
Okay. We treat failures as successes as long as it's not a critical.
He's unconscious.
I'm not
Losing-
willing, technically.
You have an ID dice.
You
It's,
are-
Yeah, what's-
and you're off by 4.
I'm off by 4. Is you have plus
Hmm.
10? I'm gonna hero point it then.
He also is fighting the
Mhm.
river current. So I wouldn't treat this, success unless it's critical failure because he's fighting the current. So you're repositioning him
Okay.
through current.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
24
24
is enough
hero
to
point.
push him up to the surface. Does he immediately awaken?
Once he has air, I threw it up there. Hold on. Once you have access to air is restored. You stop suffocating and are no longer unconscious unless you're at 0 HP.
You suddenly breathe as your back hits the top of the water. And Ross, your eyes shoot open as you felt the drowning sensation. And you felt as though your body was being lifted from your soul.
And I shove him. I shove him onto the beach, or I tried to.
Give me that shove.
that crit.
it.
You gotta get a crit.
I know. 17. Sorry, Russ.
No, you're doing hero's work.
However, I do sink 10 feet downward. So
You do sink 10 feet downwards.
Yep.
All right. Hands reach up around your hips, Ross. Your mother's hands. Why don't you just let go, Ross? This would be far easier if you did. The first one's a miss. The second one is also a miss by 1. You just resist it. As you feel them pulling you down under, what do you do?
Swim, motherfucker.
So, would I be prone?
I'd say so, because you were like horizontal and pushed up to the surface.
Okay. All right, but I'm on the surface. Okay. Yeah, I'll attempt to swim. With my baby arms.
20's almost enough.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's 25 I need.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and ID die is D4, right?
D4.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it.
Not gonna get it. I turn back and I lash out towards Mother again.
Oh,
You got more actions. You could try swimming again. There's no
No.
map.
No,
Well,
we
he's-
saved Katai. Otherwise,
he's-
Katai would never save herself.
He's above the
You
water.
tried to save her. She
I'm
tried
above
to
the
save-
water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe this all stops if I could run off Mother.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Give me a quick refresh. I apologize. In the meantime, I like how you guys try to save your siblings at the expense of not saving yourself. And so you're kind of relying on each other to save each other.
No. Yeah, we are.
You know, Ross could probably lash out while he's on the surface of the land.
Well,
But
yes, he can't get there.
I will
It's
say,
okay.
I was not expecting this scene to take so long, but I'm here for it.
I apologize.
That's okay.
My bad. Apologize for other players.
I think
Same.
this is a different issue, considering I can't click off anything on my computer.
ooh,
Okay.
Not
It's
good.
it's as if my mouse isn't registering the click button. There we go, I got it. Alright, fortitude save, correct?
Correct.
There we go. 22 damage.
Nice. Get her, Russ.
Alright, the form begins to shimmer and shake, and she lets out another cry of pain, which sounds more like a garbled, desperate cry for air. That's your turn?
It is.
Okay, she's gonna go for your sister. First attack. 23. Saved by the protection.
Yeah.
Second attack. Isn't able to get a good hit on you at all. And last attack. Is a hit.
Okay.
Map 8, everybody. 10 damage to you.
I take 5.
also Ross sinks 10 feet because he
Correct.
couldn't swim.
You will, yeah, I think.
And prone. Katai, what do you do?
Ross is just going for it. So I'm going to use an action to manifest my armament, and my sword is going to appear in my hand in a blazing holy light, and I'm going to make it do spirit damage, which will be holy light damage from me. So with one action, I do that. I'm not going to ping it because it's such a long thing. And then I'm going to take my katana, I'm gonna ram it through her chest.
Okay.
And I don't take a penalty this because it does not slashing or bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think an 18 hits, does it?
It does not. No hero points?
Nope.
Too bad, so sad.
ID die?
I don't know what her AC is. Ross has been doing saving throws, so I don't know if it's even like in range.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Map.
map. I'm gonna map it. I think.
You're gonna sink again.
I'm gonna try to swim before.
Manifest is 1. Attack is 2. Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ross is on the ground too.
He's 10 feet down.
Oh, we're both 10 feet down, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna map it, I think, because we can't keep. She keeps dragging us back underwater. So, like, even if we get out of here. Awesome. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, that's my turn. I sink another 10 feet, so I'm down 20.
You also lose 2 rounds of air.
Because I attacked. Damn it. Damn it, Dom. You paying attention to the rules. So I'm down to 6.
Works
Nope,
for me.
7. I can't count. I'm down to 7.
I'm happy with this equation.
Okay.
All right, Ross, this one's gonna grab you.
Okay.
Ross, as you watch your sister go down, you feel it wrap around your waist and hold you tight. You are grabbed. It is then going to float over top of your face and look you in the eyes. As you stare down her face. Ross, what do you do?
And feet under. Okay. Well. Alright, we'll attempt to escape.
Ross. 28.
A 28 is enough to break free of the arm. What next?
Not expecting to meet that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking I could save Katai.
Listen, man. I've got strong athletics. I got big muscles. I can't get out because I keep saving you. Save yourself. And I can get out of here.
I have baby arms. I can't save myself.
I know.
That's the problem.
You just gotta roll a 15 or higher.
Just roll 15, Ross.
Alright, we'll attempt to swim. We'll see the first one to see how it goes.
Okay, go for it.
And remember, if you fail swimming, you fall. You go down 10 feet.
All right, you go down 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, you have another action, right?
And you lose 1 round of air.
You make no promise and use one round of air.
Yeah, I got one more. But,
Yeah, you don't have to sink yet.
So you don't sink yet. You don't sink yet.
Yeah, not yet. Okay, yeah, here we go.
How many rounds do you have left?
A failure.
You sink 10.
Yep, I think 10.
All right.
I lost one here. I got four rounds.
Okay. She is going to turn away from you, Katai, and she's going to stride down towards Ross and say, "We'll make this right." And she will grab onto him. Dealing 13 void damage and making a grapple attempt. Just barely unable to hold on to you. Katai. Good
Is
job.
she in 5 feet or what? Hello?
She swam
Ah.
down to Ross.
How far away is she from me?
I believe Ross, you are within 5 feet range because she only flew down like 5 feet.
Okay. I'd make an attack at her then.
Okay.
Oh,
Critical hit.
bless Shizuru. bless Shizuru. $65. 35. Sorry.
You slash through her, and you sever her head. You watch as it begins to float in the water, like a real physical head. And the body and the robes disappear, and your mother is gone. And as the head begins to float away, you hear her speak to you. I'll never rest. Never. Come see me soon. And you watch as the spirit, or whatever this is, simply floats to the bottom of the river, dispersing. And you know, Kitai, you've banished nothing here today. Only removed its corporeal form.
Second action, I reposition Ross. I grab him to try to bring him level with me.
Okay.
Or is he actually, is he
No,
further down,
he's 10 feet
actually?
down from you.
This is unfortunate. Ross.
Just gotta pass my swim.
I'm going to swim down to him.
Mm-hmm.
Tempt, you mean?
Attempt to. Yep.
Oh, you just float down to me.
You sink down to him at the end of your turn.
Oh, I have one more action left still, technically.
Yeah, but you haven't sunk
But it's
down
no-
yet.
There's no point for me to sink, you know?
Yeah.
Just, I can't cast spells.
You sure can't.
That's a concentrate. So I can cast spells as long as they're not concentrate, right? I'll just lose more air.
Mm-hmm.
This may shock you, but everything is concentrate. Damn, I have no idea what I can do to help you. I think I'm...
Aid.
Aid is an action and there's a reaction. Okay, I don't know how I would aid Ross as swimming. I'm gonna reach just out my hand to him, so maybe if he can like get a little bit up, he can try to grab my hand up, pull himself up.
You got it.
So I'll make an aid action for
All right.
Ross.
And when you sink down, you're now within reach.
I'm now there, so I can.
Yeah.
That'll be my aid. Okay.
You breathe a sigh of relief, or at the very
no, I
least,
don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't do that.
sighing internally what you've done.
Internally.
And yet you still see the hands reach up and grab Ross.
Oh my god!
No! So here! I thought it would vanish it.
I did too.
And with a critical hit,
No,
they
die
restrain
together.
him.
Oh my god.
And then the water turns black. And Kitai, you see around Ross, attached to him now, restraining him, the image of your mother appear. Eyes empty, pouring out with some kind of ichor substance, like tears, and her mouth unhinged as she looks down towards Ross, and her swollen neck turns around to look at you, and you both will need to roll me against the will save.
Will save.
I got this.
Okay.
Please get yours. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Should I hero part it?
Dude, I don't know. What does
Gosh.
it do? What does it do? Do we
I
figure
think
it out?
I think this is the fleeing one. And I would free away from you probably deeper. Right?
You would be, if you got the fleeing condition here and you're restrained, you can do nothing on your turn but be stunned in terror.
Yeah.
ID
we'll-
dice. ID dice.
Yeah, you have a D4.
I
I don't know what the DC
we don't
I don't know
yeah,
what
we
the
don't know what
DC
DC is. Yeah, the other.
I don't think
I
it's
mean,
25. It has to be at least a
Katai.
22.
I'll use the ID dice. I'll use the ID dice.
I do like how this monster, the origin is Shring Shame. Yeah.
This is it.
21.
21.
21.
21's a failure.
Damn it. All right, I'm just gonna let it set because I'm gonna need. I need my hero point to get out of those restraints.
Okay. So, as it takes you and you see her face, you know what she wants. You know what's happened here. You are frightened too, and you are fleeing for as long as you remain frightened. Alright. Ross, you just sit there, and you accept your fate and sink 10 feet. You lose 1 round of air, and you lose 1 frightened. That's your whole turn. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Perfect. Katai.
I swim down to follow him. I swim down the 10 feet. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Thank you, Shizuru.
You get within
I swim
5
down
feet
the
of
10
him.
feet. Okay, and I grab him. I had to break him free, right? First?
You didn't even know what's
please.
holding him, but yes.
Okay. I grab
33.
him.
33 isn't a critical success, but it is a success to break it free.
Okay. Can I reposition him? Upwards? Oh, then I'll sink. No, I succeeded
No,
this
you
project. I'm good,
you're
I'm
just
good, I'm good.
swimming.
Okay,
You can
yeah,
reposition him, but you're gonna lose air for doing a force open.
Shit, it's an attack. I'm at 5 then.
You got more air than I do.
Okay.
You know as you look at him, Katai, Ross is gonna do nothing to help himself this turn.
I know he's not.
Something's wrong with him.
Where is this? I can't see this creature that's attacking
You
him,
can.
right?
You can see your mother's
I
arms
can.
wrapping around him. You saw her face. You saw the ichor pointing out of her mouth. If you want to do a recall knowledge or if you want to get information about whatever's going on here, you can. If you want to do just a religion to try to help.
I was saying religion. Oh, how much air do you have left for us?
I have 3 currently. I'll be down to 2 when this ends. Next turn.
And are we 30 feet under the water currently?
You are.
Yeah.
If you grab him, he may not sink again on his turn.
If I grab him, like
But this
grapple?
thing will grab him as soon as your turn ends.
More likely, unless it rolls a 1.
I have 1 more action left. I'm gonna hold out my sword that is currently glowing with the light of Shizuru. And I'm gonna make a religion check to try to exorcise this freaking ghost. Or I try to banish it. Or some shit. I try. I pray to Shizuru and I pray to my god. And I hope that she's actually listening.
Okay.
And he was wrong.
Give me that religion check. Okay.
31. I will,
You
however,
hold-
use an ID dice if you think that'll get me a crit success.
If you can crit success, you might be able to get something more out of this.
Okay, I'll use my ID dice to try to crit success. One, 20, 32.
That is enough.
Really? Fantastic.
Katai and Ross, I want you to listen to me closely.
Okay.
Katai, you pull out your blade and you call out to your faith. And it strikes you in the light of the sun, in the darkness of these waters. There's nothing there. The magic that makes up this creature, your mother, this being, that's pulling your brother down, forcing him to let go. It's his own magic. It's his own guilt. His shame. So potent, so powerful, it's taking him down and down to join his mother. A curse he's placed upon himself, maybe in his own wallowing. He can't live with himself facing this place. How do you exorcise your brother's shame?
When I realize this, I grab Ross and I give him a hug and I just hold him and I will expend a round of air to tell him, I forgive you.
Whoa.
Please forgive yourself.
Wait, no, too sweet. Don't you lose all of it?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
No?
all of it? Oh, speaking? Loses all of
Yeah.
it? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't do that because I'll kill us both. Hang on. Sorry, never mind.
Give him a-
I'm giving a big hug. Just give him a hug. I don't say anything.
Give him a
Okay.
look.
Yeah, I give him a look that, you know, he definitely, that's what I would say if it
Hmm.
wouldn't kill us.
You pull out your blade. You show the light of Shizuru. It illuminates the magic that you've seen him use ever since this fateful day that you lost your mother. And as the light flows through it, Ross, your eyes had almost glazed over in your recognition of your death. To let yourself go, to stop fighting. So terrified of what you've done. But when that light hits you, it reminds you of the Eternal Lantern when you were but a boy, with your sister standing there, excited. And as your eyes flicker towards Kitai, and you see her, you still have her, and she hasn't left you. And the magic expunges from your body in all directions, out and towards the water's surface. You lose your fleeing condition, you lose prone, and there's no longer anything harrowing you guys. Now you must fight to escape the Saiba River and Lady Nanboyo's suffering that she inflicts on anyone who enters her waters. Ross, what do you do?
I swim.
Okay. As you swim and look up, give me that athletics check. You tread and you tread and you tread and you struggle and you struggle and you go nowhere. Nowhere at all.
I go nowhere.
Kitai,
2 turns of air.
what do you do? You're no longer haunted by his shame and you're muted.
Should I try to shove him instead? Like, no, I'll reposition him.
Okay.
Actually, if I shove him to the right, we'll eventually hit the water, right? Like, because I'm fishing for the crit here, right? Because if I crit him, I can move him 10 feet.
Yep.
So I'll try to shove him, just towards the shore, even though we're still underwater.
Sounds good.
Because theoretically, how deep could it be here, really? No, we're at the shore. So, shove.
You have an ID dice, I believe.
Everything is pain. Yeah, I guess I'll have to. Please, Ross. Pretty please. Oh, wait, no, I used my ID dice in the last religion check, so I don't have one. I try again because I can't have him dying.
Okay.
Come on. Oh my god!
You land
Ugh.
prone.
I don't even know if I can be prone swimming.
Okay.
And I try to swim myself, but do I need to stand up prone first?
You're basically just like floating sideways. When you come out of the water, you'll be prone.
So can I attempt to swim?
Yeah, you can attempt to swim.
All right, I'm going to attempt to swim to move above Ross 5 feet, but I still want to... No, because if he sinks again, I can't go get him.
Also, remember you're using 2 things of air today because of the show.
I believe you guys are both at extremely low amounts of air.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
1 sec. There has to be something. Frost, do you have a rope on you or anything? Because, like, I can try to swim up. And if I tie this rope to you, even if you fall down here unconscious, I can try to drag you up once I get up to the surface. I have rope on me in my backpack.
I have rope on me. Yes.
Is it in your backpack?
Yes, it is. You know, probably would have been smarter to put it in the bag. Spacious pouch. That is also on me.
All right.
I'm trying to think of what we could use. I have a folding ladder.
You
It's
can
what I have.
you can unfurl the ladder as it falls into the depths of the water
I get...
with nothing to hold on to.
We're on to swimming. I got a hero
Hey,
point, so I'm gonna be using it.
You got a
next
hero
turn.
point?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna swim up, because if I don't swim up, I'm gonna start sinking again. So,
Good call.
okay, please don't die.
Yep. You're strong.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting there. Hang on. Athletics. Swim. If I don't move, I fail.
You do not move. All right.
I don't even know what rounds. I think I'm at 3 rounds of air now. Maybe I think I'm at 4.
Now you're
4 or
at
3.
Now you're at 1 because you end your turn.
I'm at 1.
Because you end your turn.
What?
You made a shove. You made a shove. You lose 2.
I did make a... Oh, fuck. Okay.
You're both 30 feet down.
Ross.
All right, Ross. The 2 of you down below.
Kid fucking swim.
This river's dangerous.
Make me leave you.
Listen, Darby, you gotta get out of here, man.
Jobin's in the back of my mind saying, "Don't leave her."
Listen, you gotta get out of here, man.
You feel with your sister's presence the shame flow out of you. And you realize, Ross, you've not been haunted by your mother all these years. You're haunting yourself. What do you do now? Perhaps it's too late.
You can try to get help if you get out of here.
What?
You could try to go find someone who knows how to swim like a kappa, you know? I don't know.
Hold on, I'm looking at something I got a long time ago. Seeing how many I still got left in it. Crap. It's been used.
I want to have this round go by quickly, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sorry. I was wrong, sorry.
Go for it.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna hear about that.
That's a failure.
Mm-hmm. Job, Ross.
That's a failure.
Come on, Ross, get over here. Goddamn, go. Just goddamn magic.
Oh,
That's a failure. And you
All
lose
right,
an extra
yeah.
round of breath.
Next.
All right.
yeah, you critically failed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Ross goes unconscious.
Ross goes unconscious in the water. Katayu watches your brother begin to drift down the Saiba River. And you are next. You're 30 feet down. If you spent all of your actions this turn, you succeeded on every check, you'd make
I
it.
could get it here. I'd leave Ross.
But you leave Ross
You'll
behind.
you reset your air.
I'll reset my air. That's true, and I'll come back for you. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to swim to the top because there's no point me trying to save him right now when I will lose my stuff. I'm freaking out. There we go. Okay, athletics.
A
Okay,
success.
great.
You're doing it.
Yes, 1.
Not like that. Not
A
like that.
failure. You won't make it.
Oh wait, hang on.
Do you go back?
Chill, hang on. Well, 1 second. 1 second. I'm looking for Twitch stream. Did I close it by accident? Maybe I did. Sorry, someone's. I just hear
If
the
you
whispers
don't-
of the wind. Someone is giving me a crypt ID dice. It's just taking a while for the load. Hang on 1 second.
Jobin's giving
No,
you a
that's-
dice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You may roll it.
Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Success.
One more.
And 1 more. Before I roll this, I'll give myself a crypt ID dice. Is this cheating? Is this pay to win?
There's no money involved in this.
I don't know. Oh,
Oh, look at that.
fantastic.
Extra
Alright.
movement speed.
And
Extra
you
movement
reach
speed.
it. As you do, and you make it to the 10-foot area, you make it to 5, there's a rope with a fishing line on the end of it and a piece of paper.
To say,
Do you grab it?
yeah, I panicked.
Okay.
What's up?
You see someone
Who is that?
someone on the shore, one of the farmers or someone, is looking over the side. And do you breach the air and get some air?
Yeah, I do.
You see a young man with long hair. He says, "You okay?"
No. Do you have any rope?
Yeah. And he unwinds a whole bunch of rope from his hip and he throws it down.
I grab it.
He's got 50 feet of rope that he already threw in the water for you guys because he could see people
Oh.
drowning.
I'll grab the rope.
Okay.
Do I had extra movement speed? You say?
Yeah, do you want to go back down 10?
Yeah,
You have
I got
five feet.
5
5
feet?
feet. Yeah, 5 feet of extra movement.
Okay.
All right, I take a breath and I go down 5 feet.
Sounds good. All right. Unconscious as you are, Ross, you feel your body hit the shore's bottom. 30 feet down. Good time.
Right.
I'll bring it to you. As you
I got
start
my forward
suffocating.
save.
Suffocate.
Ross has to do a four. If he fails this, he dies. DC 20.
Come on, Ross.
Oh.
I don't think anything happens if you crit succeed, right? Though. But,
No, you just succeed, but the DC now goes up to 25 for next round.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yep.
You swim and swim. Katai, go ahead and give me your
I
some
s-
checks.
I swim and swim. Swim 1. Great. Pass.
Okay.
So I'm 15 feet down.
I thought you were at 20 now.
20?
Yeah, because
No,
you
if
went
I
up
went down
10, down
5.
1. Because
No,
it
I
doubles
went
the
down
amount you can
5.
go. Oh, you only went down 5? Okay.
No, it doesn't double it. It just gives you an additional 5.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. So you have 15?
So, yeah.
That's a failure?
15. That is a failure. Thank you for reminding me.
So you have that ID dice.
You have
I
that
do
ID
have that
dice.
ID dice. I gotta roll 4 though.
We'll see if fate's on your
I hope
side.
so.
I mean, Ross can fail that next round, you know?
I know.
What a mockery, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
God dang.
that's tough. Okay. I try to swim again.
Okay.
Ah! Ah!
Oh, man, we should have saved
And you
the
don't
ID.
have any
I was
ID
thinking about
dice.
saving it. No, I mean, hang on. Well, I can't. I can give myself one. Hang on, 1 second. Again, it feels like cheating. Is this allowed?
I'll
Please
allow
stop me
it.
if it's not. But I've had a. I don't know how to redeem it. What's going on?
I think it went through.
I swear to God, I have the points. Oh, you know what? I don't have the points. It's 7,500, isn't it?
Such a shame.
I'm 100 off.
Ah,
Damn.
Red Kobold Gaming.
Red Kobold Gaming swooping in for the win.
I got you, Katai. My soul.
All right, here we go. All righty.
All right, Katai, you've
yes,
got
I used-
two. Give me
okay,
one.
I get there.
That's the
okay,
one you need
great.
from Red. As you get
All
down there, you're within range of your ally. Do you hook the fishing line into him on the end of the rope?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't have any actions left though, so like,
No, you can just hook it in. It's okay.
yeah,
All right.
I am pale.
You hook it into his clothing, which he always wears quite tight. So, whether I think you'd probably put it into his belt, wouldn't you?
I know. I panic. I just stick it wherever.
Okay.
It,
Under-
it goes where.
Hooking it into the back of his clothing on the ground or in his mouth. I don't know what you want to do here.
Clothing. That's fine.
You feel a tug on it immediately as soon as you hook it in. And this individual is going to pull Ross as hard as he can out of the water. Ross, you wake up with a heave. Dragged up the shoreline, you awaken with a cough. You watch as on the end of the fishing line, the piece of paper fizzle and turn to dust. Do you say anything to the individual?
What? What? Who are you?
Hi, my name is Go. And he takes the fish hook off of you and he throws it back into the water.
Go fish.
And he will throw it in the water for Katai. And Katai, I think with enough of your you've got full rounds, right?
I got 3.
9
I
rounds.
Can
9
yeah,
rounds of
I
air.
mean,
Okay. I would
yeah,
say that if
I think
you
that's
tread
fair.
water, you can get out because this has been a long enough encounter.
okay, fair enough. I respect that.
Do you grab the hook?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't pull you out like that. Instead, he just pulls you out slowly. And by the time you kind of make it to the side, he ties up the rope on his side and you see Ross on the ground coughing water out of his lungs.
As grateful I am to this passerby, I do go over to Ross to make sure he's not dead.
Okay. You see some villagers starting to walk over, confused, including a Tenyu.
Is that Kawaka?
That is Kawaka.
Ross, are you okay?
Yeah. And I guess Ross turns and looks back at the river, just I guess in shock.
Come on. We need to get out of here. And Katai kind of looks at the people who are showing up.
Okay.
We
okay.
should just... Let's head to the Storming Beetle, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And together, all at once, Kawaka will kind of follow you with Go, if you allow Go to follow.
Yeah,
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't stop him.
yeah, I don't stop
Oh,
them,
okay.
but
All right. Go is going to start walking by and Kawaka looks at him and says, "Don't worry, I'll handle it." And Go will go, "All right. I hope you guys are all right." And
thanks, Go. I gotta bring that guy some flowers or something.
And you guys can walk over. Kawaka following quickly behind with his feathers ruffled. And what's everyone else doing at the Storming Beetle this time? As Katai and Ross walk in, drenched in blood and water.
Listen, Jobin, that's not something we can think about right now, okay?
What are you doing, Fang, as the door opens?
I didn't know we were planning on meeting at the Storming Beetle.
I don't know if
Yeah,
he was
I think-
actually there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Fang would be probably gathering.
I'm probably still home too.
Yeah, okay. I know you guys planned on gathering at the Storming Beetle once the 2 hours were up, and then you were going to go to the town hall.
Yeah.
or the town meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you two are probably the first people to get there because you went home, this happened, and you went immediately to the Storming Beetle. Do you guys
Yeah.
want to have a talk about what happened, or do you sit in silence until your friends arrive?
I mean, we probably would, but man, I feel bad about taking up any more time.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. So
I'll say that
Yeah,
you
I
guys are relatively quiet, and there are stirrings around of what happened. Whether or not that draws people back quicker. But you would come in and you would see the only people that are here at the moment is you and Yami and Kawaka, who would come in too. And Kawaka would preen over you all, trying to make sure you're okay.
fine. We're okay. You don't
I
need
think you're something less than fine. I gave Go that fulu a bit ago. I thought it would be useful for one of the dangerous big fish. Seems as though this was more useful than I thought.
Thank you, Kawaka. We're just tired right now. Sorry.
He will push up his glasses and say, "Fairly well. I will make some tea, if you do not
And-
mind."
Can you go find
Yes, sir.
Jobin?
Of course,
Cian and
of course. And he
Thing?
will make his way out. And as you guys wish to join the scene, you guys are more than welcome to. I can say that in time, each of you guys can make it to the Storming Beetle.
Katai isn't letting go of Ross, by the way. Like, she's just like holding on to him very protectively.
Beetle isn't here. He's at the Willow.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that.
I guess Jobin will see Kawaka, coming out of there and be like,
You are here. Hello.
hey, Kawaka. We'll be having a town meeting shortly to go over what we went through. We went to the...
I had heard. Welcome back to Willowshore. Your friends went for a pretty deep swim. I recommend checking up on them.
What? He's gonna go in and open up the door. Seeing the Ross and Katai drenched in water. Looking back at Fang and Cian, and then looking back at them. What happened?
Whoa.
Her mother and me.
I'm. She just puts her head down the table.
Why are you wet?
Been in the river.
Why did you go in the river, Ross?
Yeah, I don't believe you. You guys take a bath?
River. It was a. I don't want to talk about it yet. I
You
think
ready to give your speech?
Yeah, I'll put this behind me and yeah, I can do the speech.
Ross, you don't. We can have Cian do it.
Fang looks at Cian.
I don't know. I might need some convincing for that
You-
one.
you up to
why
it?
did you guys go in the river?
No, they wanted it to be from a string, remember? Now with
Is he?
father missing,
Wait, what?
What?
He walked into the river.
Why would...
he was baited into the river?
I think
I
he's
mean,
drowned.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he's dead.
But you're... I find... With Okay, hold on. All right, start from the beginning. What happened? You guys went home, right?
Went home and we couldn't find him, and we saw the window. He walked into the river, and he was grabbed by our mother. And she pulled him down. Went after him, and there was bubbles. I tried to follow him, but then Ross started getting pulled in by some magic, and I couldn't save both of them.
Your dad is dead.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Why would you, as a
Okay.
string
Did you
member of the
did
strings
you-
following
you-
the 8 practices, why would he
Here.
go to the water?
Wait. So you said you watched him go into the water. Did you see him die?
Saw the bubbles stop. I couldn't find them anymore.
That doesn't mean he's dead. Did you see him die?
No.
Pulled to the bottom of
Then-
the river.
Did he know how to swim? Big guy?
I don't know if he was restrained or not.
Did you? But you didn't see him die,
No.
so you don't know. You don't know he's dead.
You said you saw him walk into the water and sink.
I saw him sink. Yes. He went downstream, I think, because that water current is powerful. I could barely swim it. Ross couldn't swim it.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna make any assumptions. You're good friends with the Kappas. Go ask the Kappas. Go check downriver for your dad.
Thinking about what they explained, can I
You can absolutely recall knowledge on this creature. Yes, yes, you may. Willowshore lore also will apply.
All right, I'm a master in Willowshore lore, so
Let's
we'll see
go.
that. All right, where's that recall knowledge?
Yeah, give me it. All right. Yes. Yes, yes. Uncommon as it is, you know. You've heard. For one, I'll give you one thing. The Kappas don't go in that lake. They refuse. They always have. They have to cross. They walk out of the water and go through Willowshore, usually taking a trip to the bathhouse, and then they continue on. That's why they're friends with Willowshore. They just don't go through that lake anymore after what happened. Two. Oh, you have heard of this kind of creature before. From the words that it said, if your party relates them to you, you've heard of
I
something
do.
that tries to drown. You don't know why, perhaps you didn't think of it before, but that river's been cursed with drowning people for a long, long time. Tell me, Dom, are you aware of a Shuiji?
No.
Let me enlighten you. When a person drowns in a body of water, there's a chance their spirit will be trapped and unable to reincarnate. Twisted with anger, spite, and malice, they transform into a shui jui. If someone sees them from ashore, they'll often see only the top part of their head or two pinprick reflections in their eyes, and they lurk near docks or by the water's edge. They call out to people or make disturbances to draw them within reach, and once the victim is close enough, they pull them down into the water, drown them, and then possess their body in a process known as tishun. Once the spirit successfully inhabits the vacant body, they escape their curse and live a new life in the new person's body. Their victim's spirit remains trapped in the water until they too are able to drown their next victim and continue a never-ending cycle. You know that they are terrified of fire, and those who camp by water or travel near boat are almost always encouraged to keep a lantern nearby. People always say that charms and amulets, also if you're wearing them, can keep a suijui at bay. But it is easiest to take care of the spirit once they're goaded onto land for some reason.
Okay. All right. So Jobin will kind of explain that, what you saw, and if you saw your, I guess I have a question. Do they have how do they usually lure people into water?
Depends on the victim. They can use a personal connection. It depends on which spirit it is, right? Because it's a cycle, you know? Like one person escapes, the next comes out, if that makes sense. They can use their own memories, they can use tactics like baiting as fish, they can look beautiful and try to pull someone in. Anything of the sort. Using fishing reels, they can grab it and pull someone down. It honestly depends on their preference. But I would say with your high recall knowledge, you would know that they cannot be destroyed. You cannot destroy a Shui unless you find the original body of the first drowned victim and put it to rest. You could never know who that person was. Maybe through history or through your own context, you could find out who was the first to drown. But they replaced them.
See. So you have to put the first drowned victim to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess thinking about Willowshore, the whole issues of drowning inside that place happened after they made the dam and drowned, which did the thing to the village that used to be down there in the valley.
Correct. The particularly dangerous sites with repeated natural drownings can develop very complex hauntings. And in addition to the ghost struggling to drown the next victim, that usually becomes a place of very dark power because so many deaths happen there.
Okay. All right. I'll explain that to the group.
Suijui is, I guess, to tell you, it's less of a creature and more like a curse that's passed down.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we need if we wanted to free the river of this curse, we would need to figure out who the first person that died, find them and put them to rest. First person that drowned, find them and put them to rest. And now from what I understand, when they replace the person, do they come out of the water back?
Mm-hmm.
So they're just hanging out
in their new body. So they take over that person.
Okay, so if their father got lured in there and was replaced, then it'll be their dad's body is the one that's being touted around with the thing, if that was the case.
And it would theoretically be their mother soul living inside their new body.
Their dad's body. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
So you don't have to announce anything to the town. I'll do it.
We'll talk more if I try to shy away from this. I can get through this and then take some time.
Yeah, no offense, Ian, you're kind of rough around the edges. No.
I can help you, Ross. You need it.
Faye looks at Job and you're willing to lie to Willowshore?
I'm willing to tell the parts that we are going to tell the truth.
Oh, we're gonna need some dry clothes.
Okay. And together, gathering some dry clothes is easy enough. Not an adventure worthy. But do you guys want to move on to the town meeting? And if so, are you wanting to do the roll right now? And push 15 minutes more of a session?
Uh-oh.
Or are we exhausted enough that we're going to come back next week?
Let's do it next week.
Let's do it next week.
Very well. This isn't just because you want hero points, right? Yeah, okay. No. Of course not. Of course not. Yeah. Okay. In that case, with this revelation and whatever mysterious haunting and curse has occurred, however long it's been, provoked, we can come back next week and you guys can tell the town what happened. I gotta tell you guys, I wasn't expecting you all to to go into that encounter, especially not just the two of you. So,
Well,
honestly impressive.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Learn
okay.
Anything?
Did I learn anything?
no,
Water
because I
dangerous.
probably
No.
would do the same thing.
I've learned swimming is dangerous, is what I've learned.
I'm glad I'm a water champion in a different campaign.
Learned
And there's a
swimming.
lot of water in Nintambu.
Ugh.
I'm looking forward to it.
I hope you guys had fun. Very sorry, Jobin, Zian, and Fang for the hour and a half lost. I wasn't expecting it to take that long, but I guess whenever we're using a new rule, we kind of have to expect it. Even though I kind of knew how swimming worked, I didn't expect it to be that long. But once you guys figured out that it was not all just what was happening in the river, but Ross was being harried by himself, that made the encounter way easier and way smoother to finish off. I don't know if you want to send a bundle of flowers to Go and Kawaka for that, but hey, how kind of them, huh?
He can have a free meal at the Storming Beetle on us.
Go's got a great art. Hold on, I'll show you.
Is he a farmer?
Just some random farmer? Like what?
Is he just a guy?
Check that guy
How
out.
about this guy first?
Look
Look at him go. Look at that
Look at him.
guy.
He's smoking
Can
rainbows.
you please not show off my backup character?
You found him. It's Go, the fisher.
He's a fisher.
I mean,
We gotta go-
he's just a farmer. He's just a dude on the South Bank. So, dude,
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
wasn't expecting what happened.
no,
No. If anything, I thought maybe the father would turn into a Naboru.
Yeah, he thought
And we
Dad
have to
was gonna
fight
turn
that?
into an Endoru because he was so hopeless and lost.
And I guess he was in a way, just not in the way I was thinking.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Ross? About, if you don't mind me asking, the haunt being yourself, or are you?
I thought it was pretty damn cool.
Okay, sounds good. I didn't want to, because sometimes people can be like, "What? I wouldn't do that," but yeah, definitely your own magic fought you in that one. And yeah, do you guys have any quick questions or plans? I know, Ross, you're not here next session, are you?
I'm not. Anybody can run
I'm
the
not.
character.
I'm also not here next.
Oh,
Shit.
wait. No, you are here. Or, no, you are MIA. You are MIA. I see it.
Yeah, the 17th. I'm not here. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to take a week off? And if
Yeah, if we have two missing, I'd rather.
sure, that works for me. In that case, then, for those of you guys that are gonna be, here, Juanito, Remy, are you guys wanting to fill in that Saturday with something, or are you guys preferring to have, your Saturdays free?
A week off would be nice.
Sounds good to me. Don't forget that at the end of August, I am gone for 2 weeks doing a cross-country move.
Yep.
So, sounds good, Remy.
Oh.
Hmm?
Does that mean we're not playing until next month?
I think we're gonna go, we'll have Hotel Derby for 24, maybe. And so if it's 24th, I think we should run.
Okay. Great.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
I'm
I'll be
good.
here for the 24th.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
In that case, I have an idea for doing a makeup session with Rustinge, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Anyways, you guys all take care. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for playing.